What is up, everyone? Gamer Live Studio here, back at it with another off the top video. And today I'm here to talk about the Xbox ROG Ally and the X model. Pre-orders has dropped over the weekday towards the tail end. I don't know whether it's on Thursday or Friday, but at the time of this video, I'm recording this on a Sunday, and it should be up either on Monday or Tuesday. But I figure I wanted to kind of talk about it, give you my overall thoughts and opinions on it. And we're hearing both sides of the good stuff and the bad, some of the worst takes that I heard. And like, Alex, like, why? Like, it's one of the worst takes I ever seen. And it's just like, you know, he's having this fake meltdown rage bait kind of thing, which is like, obviously it's a nothing burger. I don't know why he's doing this, because like, again, if he already has a Steam Deck, then this right here should not really concern you, okay? But we're gonna go over that video too, because I think it's funny, because he's definitely gonna be holding that out for real. It's ridiculous, okay? So, without further ado, if you do like this video, make sure you like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate that. And without further ado, let's get into the video itself. So, let's start with the first one on pure Xbox. The Xbox ROG Ally is rapidly selling out of retailers around the world, which is shocking, because I think, like, again, we heard from Dreamcast guy Marlon Gaming, right? They, you know, like, they always crying about either is the gaming is too expensive, is this and that, I can't afford it, I'm gonna have to put my channel at the back seat. Remember when I did those couple of those videos, like, you know, not that long ago, like a couple of weeks ago? I was talking about that shit and we was making fun of that. It's fun. And now they're crying about this being like, oh my god, it's $1,000. Xbox is insane. No, what's insane was that when Xbox was raising the console prices again, that's is insane, because they did that twice, not one time, not just one time and that's it. They did it again the second time. That's insane. This, however, this is just a handheld being like $1,000. Okay, like this, if you know you can't buy it, then don't worry about it. Just go get yourself a Steam Deck. What is this a problem? But everybody's like doing this like fake this, that, right? But we know, right? Dreamcast guy, right? What had he done? Right? He was bashing on the PlayStation 5 Pro being $700 and stuff, but he went out there and brought it anyway, right? Then after that, the Nintendo Switch 2, the price, the key cards and all that stuff, he was bashing on that all the way up towards release. He still brought the Nintendo Switch 2, and he's still paying for it, and he still brought it, and he's still buying it. And he's going to do the same thing for this. He's bashing on it now, and I guarantee he already pre-ordered the device, and he's going to be reviewing it and talking about it. So they're just doing it for rents and stuff. And then Marlon Gaming is doing the same type of shit, where he has 60K subscribers, but he's still talking delusional. He's still acting like, oh man, I can't afford it, you guys. Like, I gotta get 2-3 jobs now. It's like, the gaming is so expensive and stuff. But then you look in the background, he's buying like all of these fucking consoles. He got an Xbox Series X and a PS5 Pro and 2 PCs, and he brought a 5090, and he spent on his PC well over $6,000. His whole damn room costs at least 10K. My room around here in this setup is nowhere near close of 10 fucking K. I will say here, to be honest, I will say maybe up to 3K, maybe $3,000, maybe 4. Nowhere near like fucking 10K. And he's crying about shit, about all of these game prices, this and that and all this stuff. But who made you go out there to buy it? Nobody ain't making you go out there to buy it. And your subscribers ain't putting a gun to your head. I just have to go on a little tangent rant on that because, like, again, for $1,000, this is nothing. But going back to the article right here, it seems to be doing extremely fucking well. So it seems to me people out there are willing to buy this product. Okay, so they pretty much just ignoring your fucking ass. They don't care about what the fuck you think. They're just gonna go out there and buy it. Okay, so here's the Twitter right here, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, Xbox, Microsoft is lying and stuff like that. Look, man, just because I'm an Xbox fan, and I don't like everything what Xbox is doing. I don't like it when Xbox is raising the console prices. I think that's insane and fucking ridiculous, and it's absolutely fucking stupid. But do you see around me, like, I don't even have a fucking console. I haven't even brought the Series S or X model at launch. I have a PC. I subscribe to Game Pass. I'm perfectly fine with that. Like, I don't need to go run out and get a console. It's no need for me. Especially in the living situation that I'm in, right? Do I really need an extra console? No, I don't need it. I just need one system to do what I need to do. I'm playing my games. I'm running a whole YouTube channel on this. I'm doing other things, right? I don't need, like, a whole fucking console or, like, another device. But apparently, like, again, even though it costs like $1,000, it seems to be that the Xbox handheld, the Xbox ROG Ally X is being, you know, the pre-orders dropped, it's sold out worldwide, and people are buying it. People are buying it in the United States. So I'm going to be buying the white one. Okay? For me personally, I'm going to buy the white one. And I'll explain to that a little later when we get into the oh no is Alex, like, you know, bad take. Or pretty much one of his meltdown L takes I have ever seen in my life. But when we get to there. But I am planning on getting the white version of the Xbox ROG Ally. I don't have a fucking Steam Deck. I didn't brought the Steam Deck at launch. Okay? Now, I do have a Steam account. I play games and I purchase games on Steam. Don't try to sit there and act like, oh, I'm, you know, whatever. I do that to every company. Sometimes I buy certain products from that company, and sometimes I just don't buy every single thing from that company or that product. You know what I'm saying? I spread my money around. I try different other products. I wait till things starts to see the market grow. It was no different than when VR dropped. Remember when the first time when VR starts to drop? You know, I was the first one to run out there to the store and buy a VR headset? No, I just sat and wait for the next couple of years to see the technology to grow. Then I dip my toes into it and see if I like it. I purchase a product. And I said, yeah, it's cool. I don't mind, but you know what? It ain't for me. So therefore, I'm not going to plan on buying another VR headset. Okay? I'm going to stick with my PC that I have. And once I get this handheld, that's pretty much it. Like, I'm totally fine with it. I don't need a console. Right? We're already getting Xbox and PlayStation games on the PC anyway. I'm gonna get access to it. I don't need to buy a PlayStation 5 or whatever. But we seen this is being sold out. So the retailers on, you know, Asus, Best Buy, Xbox, retailers from the UK, Asus carries the EB. And then EB Games and Asus retailers from the Australia. I think it's Australia, yeah. So yeah, so it seems to be doing very well. It's selling extremely well and is doing good. So they doing like that. But of course, it's the scalpers. Now, scalpers are selling ROG Xbox Ally X pre-orders for as much as $2,500. Even though they are still in stock. Stay away from eBay and buy from retailers. Like, yeah, like, come on now. Like, I'm not gonna buy from a scalper. I never, ever bought anything from a scalper. If I missed out from getting the white one, right? Because I didn't pre-order the white one. I'm just gonna go up to the store and just pick it up. But if I do miss out on it, it's not the end of the world. I can wait when they get more batches in, and then I'll get it from there. I'm perfectly okay. Okay, I'm not in the rush. I'm not a gooner. I'm not like everybody else. Like, gotta goon, gotta get this. Like fucking Marlon. Like, oh my god. Like, Jesus Christ, walling out on Wolverine gameplay. But yeah, he doesn't even have the game in his hand. He just saw a trailer of it, and they talked about it, and that's it. But then he's doing all this crazy acrobats on the screen. It's just like, bro, so fake. Anywho, so yeah, just letting the moral of the story is just stay away from scalpers, okay? I know back in 2020, when the COVID happens and the pandemic, right? It was hard to get a PlayStation 5, and people was scalping the PlayStation 5. And let me tell you, that's why they're doing it here right now, because guess what? Back in the pandemic, people was buying scalper prices for a PlayStation 5, well, not a Pro, but the PlayStation, for the base PlayStation 5, which is insane. And it was costing anywhere from $1,000, $2,000, $1,500. It was insane. And people brought it because guess what? They had no way to get a PS5. And I tell people like this, man, like, you might as well just wait and just weather out the storm. You don't have to run out there just to get a console system. If you still got your last gen console, rock that. Wait till things get better and then go get a PlayStation 5. But no, people are so impatient, which is like absolutely ridiculous. Just be patient, okay? I'm just letting you guys know. Just be patient on shit. All right. They even stated here, and I guess Asus also stated in this. They have said that if you see any scalping and stuff like that, don't worry. We're gonna be resupplying more for the retailers. Don't buy from the scalpers, okay? Stay away from scalpers. They made it clear. So they saying like, look, this is a product that we're not going to be like, oh, it's going to be a limited run, it's going to be a limited time. No, they put it out there, it's sold out, they're going to make more, and they're going to restock, all of it worldwide. So just relax, be patient, and that's totally fine. For me personally, I'm perfectly fine with that. I can wait and be patient. So yeah, it's it's crazy. Like how, like, oh my god, $2,000. Oh my god, 2,500. Oh my god, I guarantee you, I know one thing for sure. Probably Marlon probably bought something from a scalper. That's for damn sure. It was crazy. But then he's crying about gaming and pricing and stuff. Well, I guess they're willing to buy. So let's go over here to the actual Best Buy. See it for ourselves, and there it is. It seems to be is up, so I'm gonna click on it just to see if it is up. I don't know. I guess so. So seems to be fine. So yeah, let me take that out of the cart because I don't want that one. Damn, wait, you can't take it off the cart? Jesus Christ. Damn, they really adamant saying, yo, you got to buy this. You have to buy this. But, whatever. I'll just take it out. But, yeah, so I'm definitely planning on getting the white one. For sure. I'm getting the white one for me. Because this is, like, again, this is my first time even having a handheld. I don't know, a lot of people are probably kicking and screaming, why you should get this thing that? You should get this thing that. This thing that is better. Oh god. Like, we'll get into it. Like, again, I waited until the market for handhelds. Like, I didn't brought the first handheld was the Steam Deck. I said, okay, because, well, for really the first one was the Switch, right? Then after the Switch, then when the Switch 2 came out, right, and then we have the Steam Deck, and then all these other companies started, you know, doing their own handheld, right? So basically, right, they got their own little gaming devices and stuff like that. So I waited, you know, waited over the next couple of years. I wanted to see who else is going to step into the ring, right? We got MSI, we got the Legion Go, right? We got, you know, the ROG Ally, right? I think even Logitech got into there, but they failed because it was like the Logitech Go plus some ridiculous stuff. I don't know. But currently, yeah, we know about the pricing, right? The pricing is about $1,000 for this, and then the white one is about $600, which I think that one right there is a fair pricing for $600. So I don't mind paying for something like that, you know. And then you can see, like, again, there's like other ones that even cost above $1,000. Like if we go right here, I think like I put up the same page, but I said like, let's go to you know, high to low. And we already see that they got bundles, but the highest one right now, like currently right now, everybody thought it was the Xbox is the highest one. Like no, like the Legion Go 2, 8.8, 144 hertz, 2K OLED gaming handheld. Okay, with 32 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte drive, is about to be, well, coming soon. It's about to be $1,350. Okay, that's the Legion Go 2. That's the most expensive one right now. $1,350. Everybody was talking, you know, saying some crazy stuff about this being like it's the most expensive and stuff like that, right? You know, we're seeing the prices right here, right? And I'm like, okay, here's the United States prices, right? $1,000. Well, that's getting outsmoked right now by the Legion Go 2. And then if you go scroll down right here, whatever this handheld right here is $1,100 right here. This one, the Legion Go 2, same thing, but this is 16 gigabytes of RAM. You're still getting a 1 terabyte, 8.8, 144 hertz, 2K OLED gaming handheld for $1,100. Then you go down here, this is $1,050. And then we started hitting down here, still up in the thousand. This is a bundle. This is still in 1,000 range. Look at this, the Claw 8 AI, whatever the fuck this is. Like this, another $1,025. Then we get to right here. This is open box though. But if this was brand new, it would be like 900 or something. And then right here, this is $1,000. Right here, same thing as this one right here. This is coming out. The pre-orders is out for this one. This one is this one is already sold out. That's crazy. Look, this is $1,000 and this is already sold out. It's insane. And this is a Intel one, and then it has the Intel Arc. And on top of that, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte. This is $1,000. And then you got the AMD up here. This is $1,350. Then you scroll down. Then we're hitting right here where the pre-order is for the Xbox ROG Ally X, which is $1,000. So we went through. These are all bundles. We'll just count like the ones that's like a handheld, not with a bundle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's open box. 6, 7. So they're placed at 7th down here. This is high to low. They're at 7th place down here. So you have to get through 6 of these to get to here. This is crazy. And people are outraged about this. There's already $1,000. This is already sold out. So people are buying it. Whether it's 16 people or how many people, but people are buying it. Because somebody's buying it. So obviously, these people are buying it. Yeah, these people are buying it. Oh yeah. They will buy $1,000. Look. That's from 3 months ago. Hold on. This right here, look at it. This is from 3 weeks ago, and somebody brought this for $1,000. 3 weeks ago. 3 months ago. 3 months ago. 2 months ago. That is crazy. Look. They're buying it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're fucking buying it. They're buying it, and they will buy $1,000. So so basically we can debunk the whole like, oh my god, this is so expensive, we can't afford it, we're getting priced out, all this blah-blah-hoo bullshit, right? All this fake outrage and shit like that. Like, again, the evidence is right here. This is at a local Best Buy, okay? This is like literally you can order it online or you can go drive down the fucking street. So who is sitting here saying that this is Xbox is making these outrageous prices and stuff like that, but yet we're going into Best Buy and people are willing to still spend $1,000 even for this? This been out and it's already sold out. All right, Alex, you're up. Explain to me this, whatever, right? Explain to me this. But I don't know which one should I go first. Should I go with the one right here first? Should you buy a Steam Deck in 2023? Yo, and the funniest answer that he said was maybe. But then when in this video, he's like, you should buy a Steam Deck. Like, of course, what are you doing? All this bullshit. But then, like, years ago, he was like, maybe. I thought, maybe. What the fuck does maybe have to do with anything? He's either yes or fucking no. Don't say fucking maybe. My God. What are you, fucking confused? Is either a good product or is a bad product? Jesus fucking Christ. But we'll go with this one first, because I think this one right here is going to expose a lot of things. And I find this to be funny, because if you go right here at this mark right here, you'll see.
There's so many cool things to do with this device that it is consistently awe-inspiring to me. The fact that it does emulation, the fact that it plays AAA current games, the fact that it does all these things and offers you the freedom and at a low price is honestly...
At a low price. Okay? Now you heard everything that he just said in that little snippet right there. He said, it's amazing, it's awe-inspiring. All of the things that you can do, like you can do emulation, this and this and that, and all this kind of wonderful things, and they offer it at a lower price. Okay. All right, so what do you have to say about this ROG Ally X? The price is insane. The Xbox ROG Ally X price is insane. While there's a white version that is literally what, like $600? There's two versions. You can get this version or that. I mean, ain't the Legion Go has versions too? I mean, look, there's this version of the Legion Go. This is the regular one. There's the Legion Go. There's the Legion Go S, right? That's another version. right? There's multiple different versions of some of these products. Legion Go S, Legion Go 2. This is $1,000. This is like $649. So, Alex, I think this title is kind of misleading here. But okay, but I'll let you go ahead. Yes, say what you gotta say again.
Am I living in bizarro world? Am I the only one left with a proper functioning brain in this entire gaming industry?
I think you are living in bizarro world. In your mindset and how you be looking, I don't think you haven't realized the things that's going on around here. Because I mean, look, you see it. You see it right here, look. You see it there.
Consumer perspective, I really have no clue.
Consumer perspective. That's funny. That's funny. You ain't no damn consumer perspective. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna expose that real soon.
What is going through the minds of so many corporations and companies right now, where they are literally trying to nickel and dime you and then provide you with actual scams on a...
Oh, so a scam? So we're saying... Okay, so basically, he's saying this is a scam. This is a... Wait. That's a scam. He said that's a scam. This is a scam. This is a scam. This is a scam. So anything priced over $1,000, he's saying all these motherfuckers are a scam. So he's saying this is a scam too. This is crazy. Oh my god, look at this. This is crazy. So he's saying basically the Xbox is a scam, but everything else above this, they're okay. They're not a scam. It's just only this product right here that you're pointing out. It's this one right here is a scam. I don't think Alex don't know the difference. He doesn't know what a scam is. Like, does he even know what a scam is? I gotta question that. Like, I don't think he knows what a scam is.
Consistent basis. We saw PlayStation raise the price of their PS5 and PS5 Pro.
Now, to comment on that one, the PS5 Pro is a scam. The base PS5 is not a scam. It just has a lack of games. Okay? I'll put it like this way. The Portal, the Pro, and the VR is a scam. Okay? The base PS5 is perfectly fine. Yes, they raised the prices. It sucks. But it's not really a scam. You can literally pick up... You are better off saving money and just getting the base PS5 than getting the Pro. And because you know why? Because you know what I found interesting? Because I was watching a video of shout out to Gamesta, and somebody brung up this point, and also shout out to Six because he brought up this point, but Gamesta is the one who said this. But the funniest thing about this is the fact that, you know how when people was complaining about the Xbox Series X and S, and again, I'm not condoning people go out and buy it or anything like that. I'm not condoning that. I'm just stating like this. I'm just saying it from what he said. But if you notice that the Xbox Series X and S, and people was complaining about that, saying how the S was holding back the generation and all that bullshit. But the craziest part is that both of these consoles, respectfully, they like the S model don't overtop the X model, meaning that the S model will always run at a lower performance. So basically, it's going to run at 1080p and probably might go up to maybe 1440p. But it doesn't go as like it doesn't like oversteps the boundaries of the Xbox Series X and what it can perform. So if you put a game like, let's say for example, let's put it like this: Silent Hill F, right? In Silent Hill F, on both of those systems, right, the S and the X, they both running the way how it should be, independently and consistently, and their performance is on two different levels, but they're not. But you don't see like the S model trying to overtop the other one. You don't see that. But then when you go to the PlayStation 5 Pro, the same game, Silent Hill F, you'll see that the base PS5 and the Pro model that costs up here and the base PS5, and you're running that game, the base PS5 is overtopping the fucking Pro model. Basically, it's running better than the Pro. And it's the way how Gangsta said it, that it, like, I don't know how he said it, but when Siggs brought it up, you know, again, shout out to Siggs, and shout out to Gangsta. But the way how they said it, that brings up a very good point, because both the S and the X can run the same game, but they don't overtop each other. They just run consistently the same thing, and how the power performance it should be. But then when you go to the PS5 and the PS5 Pro, sometimes the base PS5, if not most times, is overperforming the Pro, and the Pro costs $700. It doesn't run consistently how it should be on two separate systems. It's like it's overtopping one another. It's crazy. And that gave me an eye-opener, saying, you know what, that is honestly fucking true. That really is true. Even though, yeah, the S model has weaker hardware and performance, but yet the money that you're spent on it is the money that you're getting out of it. Versus if you're spending on a Pro that is $700, you're expecting that you should have very well optimized and very good performance. But the base PS5 that you're paying less than the Pro is basically hitting consistently on the same performance and is doing better than the PS5 Pro. That's a fucking scam. Because again, if you're paying money for $700, then you should be able to get the Pro model should be doing better than the base model. That's what it should have been. Just like how PlayStation 4 back then, the PlayStation 4 base model was running consistently, just like how the base PS4 Pro, that model was running consistently. You don't see it overtopping each other. It was running pretty much exactly how you should be for the money that you're spending on. That's crazy. That was an eye-opener right there. That's one. And then two, for VR real quick, VR is a scam. Okay? Put it like this way. If you are buying a $500 PS5, PS5 VR, whatever, and you can't even get backwards compatibility with those games from the original PS5 Pro, with those VR titles, it should able to work on the VR too. It should able to work, but it doesn't, and it doesn't support that. And on top of that, you have to buy a PlayStation just so you can play VR title. It doesn't run independently like how all the rest of the VR headsets that we have on the market on PC. Like, it runs independently. Like, again, even like Meta, like the Meta Quest 3 can run whatever operating system, whatever Meta thing is, but it could also still works and connects to your PC, and you could run Steam games on there as well. So it's compatible. You can run Facebook games on there, or you can run games on Steam, and it will still work. However, the PS5 doesn't work without buying a $500, $450 system. So it doesn't run independently. And it's still a scam, because now, even though they updated and did all that stuff, right, that it could support PC, you still have to buy a device just so you could connect it to the PC. If you bought the MetaQuest and you don't want to play whatever MetaQuest games that they have to offer inside of the headset, You don't need to buy an extra device just so you can plug it into your PC. You can just literally got the device, I can plug it to my PC, and I can run whatever VR games that I have on Steam or whatever that you get your games from. I can run it and enjoy myself. And on top of that, you can still play games directly still on the MetaQuest. Like, even if it's not VR supported, you can still run games on it. I don't think even the PlayStation VR does that. Could be wrong, but I don't think so. I think it's only for VR titles. Like, again, that's a scam. And then the last one, which is the most easiest scam of all, is the Portal. The Portal supports cloud streaming devices. And you need a PS5 before. Then they updated where it supports without it and it's cloud streaming on the store. They added a storefront and stuff like that. But it's still cloud streaming. It's not a portable device like a Steam Deck, an Xbox ROG Ally S, ROG Ally X, like, or any other of those handheld devices where you could just download your games and play your games natively. That's a scam, because the PS5 Portal should be able to download games and run games natively on that device. But they built it as a tablet. They built it quick. It's a scam because it's just quick money scam. That's all it is. And people brought it. And a lot of people didn't know during the time when they brought that $200 device that they have to buy a PS5 just so that shit can work. You know how many parents was pissed off about that? Guarantee you they probably either took it back to the store or brought them something else, or they had to go out there and buy a PS5 just so little Timmy can play his little PS5 games. It's crazy. But continue. Oh, and then he mentioning the Xbox Series S and X prices. Yes, that's ridiculous. Like, again, as an Xbox fan, it's absolutely insane, and that's ridiculous. Which it shouldn't be raising the price on either of those consoles. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck are they thinking. But again, I already made a whole video about that and talked about it in my last one, so you can go back and you can look at that one. I already explained that. But it's still fucking ridiculous at the end of the day. So, but again, I don't condone people to go out there and buy it and all that shit. Like, don't do it. If you already have the console already, it's not going to affect you. If you're one of those people that's going to plan on buying this console for a specific type of game, I suggest you should just hold on to your money right now, save it up for the next console when it comes out. That's my best advice for anyone that is planning on sticking to consoles. Some people don't want to go to PC. I'm just speaking to that audience. Save up your money. Don't buy this console. Wait for next generation console with that money. Save it up. Keep saving it up. That's my best advice.
We saw Xbox raise the price of their consoles. We saw Nintendo do the exact same thing to their 7-year-old hardware. And lo and behold.
Yep. And Nintendo's doing that shit too, which is crazy. Even on their own Switch OLED, they're raising the prices. That is insane.
Behold, the one thing Xbox could have gotten right in the actual first place is pricing the Xbox ROG Ally and Ally X properly. And did they do that? No! Look.
They did price it properly. What the fuck are you talking about? Alex, this is just... Okay, so he's sitting there stating that they didn't properly price the thing properly. Okay, let's go over it again. How many handhelds do we see right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. You can almost even say right here, you can say it's 8. So you pretty much I will say you got 7. We'll just say right here, right next to this one. So you pretty much got about 7. And Xbox is throwing themselves in the ring. That makes 8 for the higher end model. this is the higher tier model. This is all it is. And they're competing with these companies right here, right? The Legion Go. I don't know what the fuck this is. Whatever. You're competing with this, the 2S window gaming handheld. I don't know what the hell this is. You're competing with that. You're competing with MSI. And so basically Xbox is throwing in the ring. So they're competing in the more premium product. Okay? So what about the mid tier? What about the lower end model? Did they price that accordingly? Yes, they did. Because, like, again, you're going on the third page right here. This is too low. And then if you go right here, so we're at the mid tier. So the mid tier is right here, $600. So they are competing with the same, pretty much the same group. So they're competing all the way down to this low end model right here. To, again, Legion Go is right here. You got MSI, right? You have a pocket thing, which I doubt it, nobody cares. This one is already there. This. So you pretty much, in the mid tier, this is what they're competing against the mid tier. Which is, like, again, MSI, Legion Go, their own self, which is the ROG Ally, the regular one. And I think that's about it. So yeah, MSI, Legion Go, and that's it. So basically, this is who they're competing. Unless you want to count these two, but I don't even count these two. If you want to count that, I mean, go ahead. So we'll say this one too. Boom. But I will consider this more like low end. I think after this is considered as low end, between like 550 lower. Like anything lower, this is like low end. So this is like the low end tier. So basically they're competing, yeah, with Legion Go, MSI, their own self, and that's about it. So basically Xbox is throwing themselves in the ring for the mid tier. How the fuck, Alex, how the fuck are you gonna sit there and tell me they're not pricing their stuff accordingly? They're pretty much pricing themselves accordingly from what I see right here at Best Buy. And remember, this is on low, this is on high to low. So we know the highest tier is on the next page. This is the lower tier. This is the second page. So anything from this point, from like 700 on down, this is what this device is competing right here, which is not that much competition. Honestly, is only between this right here, these right here. So that's about it. So it sits itself right here. So I don't know what the hell, man. Okay, so let's hear the rest of your stuff. All right, go ahead, continue.
Look, I've been called a lot of things really recently, a lot of ridiculous things recently. Number one, being called a grifter for some particular reason, just because I'm actually critical of gaming companies right now, and I don't fall in line like a good little soldier spending.
You know, that's funny what he says right there. I want you to remember that what he said, because he's like, I'm a good little soldier. Yeah, I'm a good little soldier. Look. You're a good little soldier. You know who you're a good little soldier to? To fucking Steam. Gabe Newell. That's who you're a good little soldier to. Okay? You're a good little soldier to them.
All my hard-earned money on these corporations and companies. Remember, they've got to earn your money, not the other way around. And watching this entire thing unfold truly has...
Which is perfectly fine. That's true. And they gotta earn my money. Yeah. So what's the problem here? All it is, like, they're pricing their stuff accordingly. So they got a mid-tier one right here, which they are competing with all of these right here. And on top of that, we're going back up here. So this is pricing at $1,000, and they're competing with all of this right here. The bundles, this, that, right? They're competing they're pretty much competing. I don't know what are we talking about. They pretty much are pricing their stuff accordingly. So I don't see the issue here. I don't see what the problem here. And again, like I said, we're pointing it out right here. This literally is $1,000 and it's sold out. So somebody is buying it. Because this came out years ago. This came out years ago. And is already sold out. So somebody is buying. Because the sold out button right here, it doesn't you know, go away unless like you buy it. You already see add the cart, so that means they got stock available. This is sold out. This been out way longer than even this. This is about to drop in what, October 16th? This is going to drop on both of those models. This been dropped and is already sold out. And this right here is the same company, same brand. This is MSI, $1,025. And look, and it's coming soon. So somebody's buying it, Alex. Somebody somewhere somehow somebody is buying these products. Now, personally, for me, I know how to buy stuff. I'm not an idiot just like dropping money just to drop money and shit. Just like how, you know, what you were saying before. I'm a good, you know, I don't fall in line like a good little soldier. You know, at least I didn't, you know, got scammed by fucking Steam with their fucking Steam Deck. I didn't get scammed from the beginning like a lot of other idiots got scammed. But we'll get to that point. I'll let you continue.
Has been insane. The fact that they waited till 8 o'clock last night in order to go ahead and provide the actual pricing for the Ally and Ally X really goes to show they try to make it fly under the radar. And what's even crazier is when you see the pricing itself and the explanation I'm going to give you. Oh. According to Wario64, the ROG Xbox Ally X pre-orders is $999.99 at Best Buy and the Microsoft Store. The Xbox ROG Ally is $599.99 on the Amazon, Best Buy, Microsoft Store, and Walmart. $1,000. $1,000 for a...
You're melting down over $1,000. I live in the East Coast.
Handheld console device. Sorry, a handheld PC. That's what we're spending. $1,000. Not the fact that the other actual handheld PCs now are $1,400 too. This is...
Oh, that's funny you brought that up. Oh, so now you brought that up too? Wait. Go back. Say that again.
$1,000.
This is like the funniest meltdown too. Like he's like, 1,000, $1,000. Like you have to like.
For a handheld console device. Sorry, a handheld PC. That's what we're spending. $1,000. Not the fact that the other actual handheld PCs now.
You don't have to spend $1,000, Alex. Like if you know, look. I told people this. I'm going to get the white version. I'm not getting this version. Okay? Like, it's not a big deal. I'm just gonna get the white version and call it a day. If you know you can't afford it, right? If you can't afford either of those versions, then you can just simply go on here, right? You can get the Steam Deck for about this price. Right now, until a certain, like, October something. I don't know what date it is. But then it goes back to the original price of $400. So if you want to get a $400 system, you can do that. Okay? Like, this is not a hard thing to comprehend here. And again, you can get the $600 one, or like, again, there's one all the way down here that is like literally $389. That's that before, when the original prices go back up to here, this is going to be a lot cheaper to get that to this. But again, it's up to you what you want to do. But there's plenty of prices you can get. You can get something here, you can get that. You can get the Legion Go. So there is plenty of pricing here that you can literally get your hands on for a handheld device. Okay, but let me go rewind it a little bit.
Not the fact that the other actual handheld PCs now are $1,400 too. This is honestly ridiculous. I know people were like,
Alex, the performance you're getting for the Z2 Extreme chip is really worth it. It's out of control.
no, for $1,000, I'd rather get a laptop and have better experience overall and then use any controller I want and carry it around. Because you know what, if I'm going to spend that
Alex, what the fuck are you talking? Oh my god, that's an L. Who the fuck? Like, oh my god, wait for this. Wait for this. Wait. Can you repeat that again? Repeat that again for me, please. One more time. One more time for the audience. Repeat that again.
Not the fact that the other actual handheld
I didn't hear
PCs
you
now
too good.
are $1,400 too. This is honestly ridiculous.
Oh, he said it's $1,400 too. So he is mentioning that one, but now he just focuses squarely on that. I'm surprised he ain't even focusing on this shit right here. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm surprised he's focusing squarely on this. He is literally focusing. He's literally focusing on this right here. That is only $1,000, mind you. This came out way before even this came out. This is sold out. I live in the East Coast. It's $1,000. Somebody's buying it, so it seems like people are buying it. And now we're gonna have this one right here. He mentioned this. I'm surprised he ain't squarely focusing on this. Oh, but he said, "Fuck this." All of these, fuck this. Oh, this is not a scam, but this is a scam. He's saying the Xbox ROG Ally X is a scam, but this one is not a scam. It's literally priced the same, and this is sold out too. Oh my god. Alex, are you a fucking idiot? Are you a fucking dumbass, or are you just some idiot? Like, why are you focusing on the Xbox ROG Ally while this one, the MSI Claws, and this is even Intel, for crying out loud. This is Intel. This is not even AMD. This is motherfucking Intel. And this shit is sold out. Oh my fucking god.
ridiculous. I know people were like,
Alex, the performance you're getting for the Z2 Extreme chip is really worth it. It's out of control.
no, for $1,000, I'd rather get a laptop and have better experience overall and then use any controller I want and carry it around. Because
He really said a fucking laptop. He literally just said a fucking laptop. Let's go to the laptop, shall we? Yeah, let's go to those laptops. Let's see the beautiful laptops. And I made sure I put specifically a gaming laptop. Like, again, I want to be fair because, like, again, we're comparing it to a gaming handheld. Mind you, a gaming handheld to a laptop. I'm surprised he ain't even outraging off of these prices. Do you not see this? Do you not see this shit? Do you not see this shit being out of control? We're just on the second page. We're not even down to 1,000. Look at the fucking prices on this shit. $3,000? Look at this. He's saying I'd much rather game on a laptop. Yeah, which laptop that is, because it ain't gonna be these outrageous prices right here. Hey, hey Alex, point me to a YouTube channel that is outraging by these fucking laptop prices. Point me to one of them. Point me to the direction of who's a YouTube channel that is outraged about these laptop prices being out of control, being like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. You tell me, who is outraged by this? Who? Because I see some reviews right here, even just for this laptop or right here. Oh, people are buying it. It seems like people are buying it and reviewing it, so people are picking it up. 2,000. So the highest, so basically like this. Look. He's outraged by this price right here. Not this, right? And we're not even in nowhere near this fucking price right here for a handheld. We're not even close to 5,000 for a handheld. We are nowhere near this. Oh my god! And look at this. I'm just keep going right down the list. It's crazy. Let's just say like this. Let's just say we'll get the lowest end whatever, right? Let's make it easier. Let's say because he said a laptop. I know it ain't gonna be no 3050. But that's the lowest one that we can get. But you know what? Let's try a 3050. Why not? Let's see what the price is on a 3050. So basically he wants a game on a laptop on a 3050, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, why would you want to game yourself on a laptop on a 3050? And it's still right up there to about 1,000 and some odd dollars. Yeah. That's one of the worst takes I've ever seen in my life. Why would you say you much rather game on a laptop, and laptops are just as expensive, if not even more expensive? Hell, let's be a little bit modest here. Let's say on a 4060, right? That's last generation. Let's see how much dumb shits cost for a 4060. Holy shit. A 4060 from last generation is still costing this amount of money. Look at this. Look at this. MSI sold out. This is a 4060. A 4060, and it's still being sold out. They are still willing to pay a 4060 with a Core Ultra 9. With a 9, I will never pair a 9 to a fucking 4060. Are you out of your mind? And it's sold out. That is crazy. Sold out. So this is a Ryzen 9. pairing it with a 4060. That is fucking insane. So he's still willing to spend this amount of money. This is terrible. A 4060. Why? Let's see how a 5060 does. Does the 5060 does any better? Nope. 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 Oh my God. Somebody somewhere out there, they are willing to pay for this shit. It's crazy. Look at all these outrageous prices for these PC gaming prices. It's insane. Like why would you want to pay for this? And then you seeing like the prices on here is fucking outrageous. And we're talking about a 3050 still costing like $1,000 and some odd dollars. You still got we went with last generation. A 4060, still fucking outrageous, and now we're at a 5060 and it's still fucking outrageous. Holy shit. We have to go low to high. Like we really gotta find a cheap ass PC just to run games. Like, this is the most craziest thing, bro. This is crazy. So you want me to play you basically you're saying like you want me to play on this goofy ass device, this knockoff generic brand EMU, whatever the fuck it is. So you want me to get this? This is how much are you willing to pay for it? Wait, look, let's do price comparison. Because he's saying he wants $1,000. It has to be $1,000. That is crazy. Like, again, most of these laptops are being sold out from this price range. Like, again, look at the laptops that are, like, outrageously out of price. Like, it's crazy. I mean, come on. You can see it for yourself. Like, what the fuck? You think I'll be spending all my money on that? Nah, bro. Not even not a laptop? $1,000? No. But OhNoItsAlexx is willing to spend $1,000 on a laptop. You are crazy. I'll never spend $1,000 on a laptop. Because at that point, if you're spending $1,000 on a laptop, you just might as well just build yourself an actual like PC. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you're trying to prove a point, but like, come on, Alex. It ain't the way to go. Because that's ridiculous. But again, I don't tell people what to do and what to buy. But you can see that they are willing to buy it. Because if this is $1,000 and this is sold out, somebody is buying. Somebody is buying it. So, but I tell you one thing, ain't this? Maybe for some people they'll buy $1,000 for a laptop, but it ain't gonna be me. Certainly will be Alex. Like, oh my God. Like, why? So basically 1,000 hits right here. So this one right here. I'm still getting a 4060. Let's say like this. Let's say I don't want a 4060. I want it in the middle, 47. Something decent, like decent to run. You can't get any lower. You basically you're spending $1,100, $1,300. No, wait, no, yeah, no, $200. Wait, no. Yeah, so $200, $1,200. This is the 4070. That's decent. Because I tell you one thing, right? If we look at it right here, let's be honest. Nobody's not gonna go get a 2050. Nobody's gonna play on a laptop for a 3050. Nobody should even dare themselves to pair a Core i9 with a 4060. That's stupid. It's crazy. Like, at least get something decent, like a 4070. That's decent. Like, that's something that, you know, you can play AAA titles, pairing it. We're at low to high. The lowest one is right here. It's about $1,000 and still $100. That's still over. That is still more. That's more than this right here. $1,100 is basically right here for a bundle. Or even this right here. This right here is $1,100. So yeah, so basically you can pretty much get the Legion Go too. Than getting something like this. Like a laptop, like, really? Come on. And then you got these outrageous ass prices.
Because you know what, if I'm going to spend that money, I might as well do everything that I want to on that specific device.
And keyword, he said you could do everything on that device.
Worth it. It's
Reason these devices should cost top and have better experience overall, and then use any controller I want and carry it around. Because you know what, if I'm going to spend that money, I might as well do everything that I want to on that specific device.
Yeah, and guess what? You can still do everything on these devices. You can still do that on here. You can still do it on here. You can still do it even on the lower end. This one you can still do. You can go Windows mode, download applications and do stuff, and then they got Windows full screen. And you can switch between storefronts like Steam, all that stuff. You can put in emulation on here. You can still do stuff with this. It's not even locked down. There's nothing locking down on this system. It's no different from this system right here. There's nothing locking down from this one. And their last model that they had before, the ROG Ally X, not the Xbox ROG Ally X, just the regular ROG Ally X, you're not locked down. You can still download applications on there. You can still connect it to a screen on anything, and you can use it as a laptop. You can connect to Bluetooth. You can still type on it. You can still use mouse and keyboard with it. Alex, what the fuck are you talking about? From this device right here, even for the low end model, even for this model right here, you can still do the same shit. You can still download applications. You can still download Steam. You can still, go on the web. You can watch shows. You can do shit. Like, it's literally, it just made portable on the go. It's no different than the Steam Deck, okay? The only handheld devices that are really is locked down, if we was talking about retro gaming like this, because most of these retro gamings are pretty much locked down only down towards retro gaming. You can't play like AAA titles on this small tiny device. Or like the Nintendo Switch, right? The Switch and the Switch 2 are locked down. You can't do, you can only play what Nintendo has offered and whatever third-party support that they have on there to offer. it's locked down. You can't do anything. You can't put emulation on the Nintendo Switch 2. You can't do this. You can't do that. All of these devices right here, and including the Xbox ROG Ally, it's the same, no different than what fucking Steam. Ain't you just said before, even in this video right here?
There's other ways of actually editing those same save files for PC and then turning them into save files for PS1, PS2, N64, etc. There's so many cool things to do with this device that it is consistently awe-inspiring to me. The fact that it does emulation, the fact that it plays AAA current games, the fact that it does all these things and offers you the freedom and at a low price is honestly fantastic, and I cannot sing the There's no reason these devices should cost $1,000. Gaming is no longer a hobby for the normies who just want to play video games to unwind after being in their wage cage for 8 hours a day getting screamed at because you took 10 minutes too long in the bathroom. Now instead you gotta pay all this extra money for having a device just to play some fucking video games in the palm of your hands. The entire process is on.
But you see right here, you're playing this commercial right here. You can literally don't even have to buy the Xbox ROG Ally X. You don't have to buy it. Ain't you just see a whole bunch of things right here? You can play it on the laptop. You can play this stuff on your phone. They even got the Ally X, the Ally X right here. You can play it on a handheld device, whatever handheld device. Basically, you can play whatever Xbox games on any one of these devices. You can play it on here, this one, this one, that one, this one. Whatever device that's available, handheld device, if you can do it, and there's a way, you can play Xbox games if you want to. Like again, Alex, it's not a big deal. Like there's like you obviously see that it says play Xbox on these Xboxes. Basically, you can play it on a console. You can go out and buy a TV and play on Xbox. They putting Xbox games on even on VR devices and headsets. You can play it on a laptop. You can play it on here. So really, the choice is really up to you. And you're making it sound like, oh man, like it's like
honestly
it's like,
backwards.
It's like
we are
like
living
what?
in actual bizarro world where now we're seeing screamed at because you took 10 minutes too long in the bathroom. Now instead you gotta pay all this extra money for having a device just to play some fucking video games in the palm of your hands. The entire process is honestly.
But again, you got a whole bunch of choices right here. What the fuck are you talking about? You just said that you are willing to spend money on $1,000 on a laptop. So basically you're saying I'm willing to still play the same old Xbox games, download Steam on a laptop than on a handheld. Okay, and that's why they putting this promotion right here saying you can play whatever devices that you want. I mean, I'm on PC, right? Alex, I'm on PC and I got Game Pass and I got Steam. Do I have to open this up again? Here's all the games that I have downloaded. There's some games that I have on Steam. I got Stalker 2, Starfield. All the rest is on Game Pass. I got Valve I'm playing, Expedition 33, Forza Horizon 5. I'm going back playing Skyrim. I just downloaded Vision Armada. I'm going to be start playing that too. So there's a shit ton of games for me to play. Like there's a bunch of games right here that I can play on my Xbox. And if I don't want to play it on, again, well, not on my Xbox, but on my PC, right? On my desktop. But the point is that I'm playing it on my desktop. And I got Steam access to games that I brought. Like, come on. Look, respectfully, I do like Steam. Respectfully, I do. I think Steam is great. It's wonderful. But it's not all cracked up to be. This is all great. I'm buying all these games, so obviously, right? I'm buying Forza Horizon 4. I got 2 copies of that. I brought it on Xbox and on this one. I got 2 copies of Starfield I could play the copy on the Game Pass one, and I'm playing the copy on Steam because I'm using Mod Organizer too. Okay, so I'm no stranger to what Xbox is doing. Okay, do I like everything what Xbox is doing? No, I don't like how they're raising the console prices here. I don't like that shit. I think it's stupid as fucking retarded. And again, I'm not condoning people like, yeah, go out there, run. I'm not like a Marlon Gaming like, oh man, thank God, you know, I brought my Xbox since I launched and stuff. And I'm not sitting here crying and boo-hooing about it. I'm just sitting here, I'm like, look, man, there's so many options to play Xbox titles games. There really is no excuse of like, oh, you know, I can't afford it. Look, if you can't afford this shit right here, if you know you can't afford it, right, which is perfectly fine, there's other choices you can pick from out of here, and it still works all the same. It's still a Windows PC. There's plenty of other fucking choices. Like, there's this one right here. You can spend $400 just on this right here, and you want to play Xbox games on, you fucking can. It's up to you what you want to do with your money. If you want to play on a gaming PC, right? Maybe I want to play Xbox Game Pass, but I don't want to spend that amount of money. Let me see if I can get something on a 4060, but something lower. You know, and the lowest one that they have is like what, like $900, and I'll just pay $900 just to play whatever games that I want. If I want to play it on a 3050, I fucking can. Maybe I can get something even lower than a 3050. Okay, cool. It's about $500, $600 and something dollars. Okay, I can afford that. That's perfectly fine. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what you pick. You can pick any one of these things that you want. Still, at the end of the day, Xbox is just letting it be known. Like, look, if you know you can't afford this, there's plenty of other devices you can get. We've gone to the point where you can simply just buy a fucking smart TV, download the Xbox app, and all you have to do is you're just paying, what, $20 for Game Pass Ultimate, and then you got cloud streaming right towards your TV. You don't even need to buy the console at this point. You already got devices laying around at home. Some people already have a streaming stick. You know what I'm saying? A Fire Stick TV. You can play games on there. It's like, what are we doing? Like, what are you getting angry about? That's the thing about it. You're just getting angry over this, but there's plenty of other choices what you want to do.
Backwards. We are living in actual bizarro world where now we're seeing the actual cost of devices no longer come down throughout their lifespan and generation. What we're seeing now is each iteration afterwards go up $50 to $100, and that's the crazier part, because
and just like we seen these fucking laptops is going extraordinary prices, bro. Even just putting in a 5070, the latest one. Look at the laptop prices. Fuck. This is low to high. This is the lowest. $1,300 for a 5070. So what's the highest one? What's the highest one that it can go? $3,000. Here's an Asus model, right? There was an Asus model before that was cheap. Right? Was like what, $600, $700, $800. They even got a high-end model. This is the same company, Asus, is selling PC laptops for this amount of money. And you know laptops is only good for like maybe like 5 years. Some can even stretch it to maybe like 6 to 7, maybe 8 years. But laptops doesn't last forever. Okay, I think people understand and they got the idea. However, people are out here willing to buy and drop money for these laptops. They're still willing to buy it. There's somebody out there that are buying gaming laptops that are spending $2,000, $1,500, $1,800. They're spending the money. Somebody's out there spending it and buying. Okay. Like this one right here. They're both sold out. Look at this. Acers. Sold out. and I don't know if they're sold out, but there are no reviews yet. But I don't know if it's... Like, again, it's crazy. It's like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, these laptop prices are getting out of control too, but I don't see somebody's like crying, upset, rage baiting, and all this bullshit about a fucking laptop costing like $5,000 or some odd dollars, right? I'm not like, okay, this laptop costs $5,000. Can I afford it? No, hell no. I know I can't afford no fucking $5,000 something laptop. You know what I'm saying? I can't afford that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just spend like $1,000 on the laptop, or just less, like $500, $600 on the laptop. There's plenty of laptops that you can buy and afford, and there's laptops that are costing anywhere up to there. But where's the outrage? We're outraging over a handheld. We're outraging over a fucking handheld, but not these fucking laptop prices. Oh, the laptop prices are fine. They're not a scam. They're okay. Hey, you know. Yeah, let's go get mad at this right here. Let's all be angry about this $600 price, this low-end model of the Xbox ROG Ally. Let's get mad at this. Let's get angry about this.
The Xbox ROG Ally, the white model, is practically the same performance as the Steam Deck.
Wrong. That's a lie. Practically the same performance as the Steam Deck.
64 tweeted this out. The Steam Deck LCD 256 gig is $319.20 until October 6th. I want you to sit here and
until October 6th.
Assess this, okay? Valve, the other competitor in this gaming space for handheld PCs, is now going ahead and lowering the cost of their actual LCD model, even though
they're lowering the cost of one fucking model. What about the rest of the models? You know, they could have done that too. I mean, I remember a long time ago when a company has multiple different models, what they usually do is, Alex, lower the cost across the board. I don't know if you haven't realized that or haven't noticed that when companies has multiple models and SKUs and they're lowering the price or putting it on sale, they usually do it across the board and not just one thing. Because they're only lowering the price for this specific model. Why not lower the price for this one right here, the 500 gig one? Could have easily put that for 500. This one could have been 550 right here. Could have took $50 off. But one model that is the LCD screen. This is great. Like, this is like crazy. Like, what the fuck? That's the most craziest thing. It's like, bro, like, you're talking about one specific device. Lower the prices across the board. Like, what the fuck? There's plenty of things you can lower across the board. Look at this. For the same price, you can get the Legion Go right here. And this is an 8.8 inch screen, 144 hertz. 1 terabyte, 16 gigabytes for $550. And we're crying about what? We're crying. You're saying like, oh, Valve did like what? So Valve did an excellent job. I'm supposed to clap and give them a pat on the back because they lowering down the price until October 16th, October 6th, or whatever the fuck it is.
I want you to sit here and process this, okay? Valve, the other competitor in this gaming space for handheld PCs, is now going ahead and lowering the cost of their actual LCD model. Even though it's 256 gigs, you could open the shell of it and add a brand new SSD and
Now you hear what he said. He said you can open up the shell and put in an actual SSD. But here's the thing though. When we're talking about consumers, not like you and me, Alex. You and me, Alex, and most other people, we can just tinker stuff and open stuff and put shit in the shell if we want. Okay? We're like this little minority group. This is how we are. We're this small. We can do that. We got experience of doing it. For the rest of the consumer base, a lot of other motherfuckers don't want to tinker around and opening up shit even for a laptop. A lot of times when they're spending about $1,000 and some odd dollars on a laptop, doesn't matter what brand of the laptop it is. It doesn't matter. Like again, it can be as low as like 30, 50, right? Let's just say like this. It can be as low as this. Let's just say right here for $600 and something dollars. It can be as low as this laptop, right? Whatever storage that it has on this laptop, well, this one right here only has 8 gigs of RAM. Now, we know we can honestly buy this, crack it open, and we could put in more RAM. That's between, Alex, that's only a handful of people can do that. A lot of times when they're spending money, even for $600 or even $1,000, most of the time, they're not comfortable or feel ready to just crack open stuff because it's going to avoid their warranty. A lot of these people, when they go out to the store and buy these products, they buy it with warranty. The thing is, if you crack something open in the back, that will avoid your warranty. That's why a lot of times they don't really want to mess with something or gotta open up. They don't want to break anything. They don't want to mess up anything. I know it may be simple between you and me and some other people, but a lot of consumers don't fucking do that, Alex. You know what I'm saying? I get iFixit can have tools and stuff like that. You can even crack open the iPhone 17 and shit. But let me ask you, how many people are doing that? Not that many people are fucking doing that. Not many people are willing to crack open an iPhone 17 that they just brought just to fuck around with it or break something or tear something apart. They just much rather buy the whatever the device that they buying, and they're just making sure that, do I have the right specifications and things that I need to run this system without opening it up? That's the majority mass consumers out there that may not be familiar with tech and stuff, or a PC enthusiast or whatever the fuck it is. Do you fucking understand that? Not many people are just gonna crack shit open just to avoid their warranty. They're not going to do that. That's why if they sit there and say, oh, this laptop seems to be reasonable, but it's only 8 gigs of memory. I want to buy a laptop that already has 16 gigabytes of RAM. You get what I'm saying? So they're going to look and say, oh, well, the next one right here over is $660. It's a little bit more expensive than this model. However, it's refurbished. I don't want that because it's refurbished. No, I'm going to go with something better. So then they go down to here. That's still 8 gigs. Oh, here it is. This one may be $694, but however, it got 16 gigabytes of RAM already built into the system. It has my 3050 and it's already 144 hertz. And the SSD is only 512 gigabytes. I'm perfectly fine with that. Therefore, I'm going to buy it. Because they don't want to open it up and mess around with it. They just want to buy it. It already has everything there ready for them. And they just want to go about their day. You're speaking to people that are in the minority. What the fuck?
Okay, Valve, the other competitor in this gaming space for handheld PCs, is now going ahead and lowering the cost of their actual LCD model. Even though it's 256 gigs, you could open the shell of it and add a brand new SSD inside.
Which a lot of people are not going to do because the vast majority of people don't want to crack open anything. They just want to buy the product as is because they brought warranty and they don't want their warranty to be null and void.
Side of it to make it 1 terabyte or even 2 or even higher than that. So you're
yeah, that's a small group of people, Alex. It's not everyone.
total cost is going to be a lot lower than what you're spending right now on the Xbox ROG Ally White version. And the fact that the White version is $599 and has near the same performance as the Steam Deck makes absolute zero sense whatsoever. They are pricing themselves well above the actual deck itself, and it makes
It's a mid-tier. It's a mid-tier device. Okay, Alex, do you not see that this right here is a mid-tier device? It's competing with all of this right here. Hey, you know what? The one thing I noticed, I don't know if have you noticed here, but let's just go back from the top. Let's go back from the top right here. I want you to tell me something if you notice something. Okay. Let's go to the next page. I don't know if you noticed this. Oh, okay. Oh, I noticed that basically Steam Decks are not being sold on fucking Best Buy. You have to go either on Amazon or go to their website or go to another I think either Newegg or whatever, just so you can buy the Steam Deck. Their Steam Decks are not out here at the retail stores. They're not at Target. They're not at Walmart. And they're certainly not at Best Buy. Okay? So, they're not even in the market. I don't know if you haven't noticed that, Alex. But you know what's funny that he said? He said, oh, you know, about pricing and stuff. But let's
deck makes absolute zero sense whatsoever. They are pricing themselves well above the actual deck itself.
And he said that it absolutely makes zero sense. You know what's funny? You know what's funny that didn't make sense? Let's go back to here. So we remember this right here. This is the price right now. It's on sale. Then, you know, you got this right here. Then you got this. Right? He ain't talking about these two because these two right here are pretty much competing in where? Oh, in the mid-tier market right here. So basically, they're pricing right into here. So Valve is also competing in the mid-tier market as well. Huh. It's funny how you're going after the Xbox ROG Ally, but yet, $649, $559. Where do I see those prices again? Oh, and this was like 512 gigabytes. I wonder when we see those prices again. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this $550 and 650. Oh yeah, that's right up here. And he's complaining about this being $600. But Valve is also trying to compete in the mid-tier market. Hello? Hello? Do you not fucking realize this? Like, if you know Xbox, the expensive handheld is like 1,000, right? So that's the high-end market. So Valve is not in the high-end market. They don't have a device that is competing in the high-end market. But we know it's the usual suspects. The Legion Go. Right? This. You got MSI. And here comes Xbox. So they're competing in the high-end market. And then Xbox made another version, right? That cost $600. So that $600 is competing with who? Oh, wait. That's the fucking usual suspects. So that's the mid-tier market. Oh, it's right here. So it's $600 and something. So wait a minute. So you're telling me that Valve is not competing in the mid-tier market? So you're just thinking Valve is competing just for a low-end tier. How is Valve competing in the low-end tier market? It's about $400 something fucking dollars. And then you got two other devices right here that is competing with where? Oh yeah, in the mid-tier market right here. Because if fucking Steam Decks was being sold at fucking Best Buy and we was to scroll through, it will fall right into this category, right? Hello? Steam made 3 versions. What the fuck are we talking about?
Okay, Valve, the other competitor in this gaming space for handheld PCs, is now going ahead and lowering the cost of their
They're lowering the cost. Remember what I said before, when like a long time ago, when they had like multiple different SKUs? Usually when they have multiple different of a SKU, they usually lower the price across the board. They used to say, hey, if we're gonna lower down the LCD, let's lower down the OLED as well. Let's just cut that for $50. Let's just sell it for $500, and then we'll sell the 1 terabyte for $550. They cut the prices across the board. They only doing it for one fucking device. So you're saying they're a fucking hero now? Alex, you telling me that they're a fucking hero because they cut down one fucking... Oh my fucking god. Alright. To put this in a better example, just to embarrass him, that's like me saying, like, okay, for example, Sunbreeze with Payday, right? They're having a sale with their Payday franchise, right? Let's say like this. Let's say, oh, Sunbreeze is doing this amazing sale, you guys, and you'd be like, oh, how is amazing? Yeah, they're cutting their prices on their games. I'm like, really? Okay. Then you go on here. Let's say they only cut the prices on Payday 2. Let's say Payday 2 was like $3 right now, but then like this game right here, which is Payday 3, let's say it was still full price at like whatever, like $50-$60. And then you're like saying, is this is amazing, you guys? Like, it's so amazing that Sunbreeze like really care about their fan base by cutting the price on the old game, which is amazing. But then you're like, well, what about Payday 3? Ain't they could have cut the price on that too? I mean, yeah, but $30, I mean, that's a steal already. I mean, it's still amazing, you guys. If you're going to cut a price on a device, especially you have 3 of the same SKU, one is just an OLED and one is the LCD screen, you telling me that Valve couldn't cut the price for $50 on both of those? But they're not. But you're telling me that they're competing in terms of value, but their pricing for it is $649 for 1 terabyte. And then you got one that's $599. And they're competing right here in the mid-tier market. And this is $600. And we're getting mad and upset and having this fucking meltdown over what? Alex, just take this L and hold it.
Actual LCD model. Even though it's 256 gigs, you could open the shell of it and add a brand new SSD inside of it to make it 1 terabyte or even 2 or even higher than that. So your total cost is going to be a lot lower than what you're spending right now on the Xbox ROG Ally White version. And the fact that the white version is $599 and has near the same performance as the Steam Deck makes absolute 0 sense whatsoever. They are
You know what doesn't make sense, Alex? What you just said right there. But then again, we're looking at both of these SKUs right here that they could easily, I don't know, cut the price down. They only did it for 20%. That's nothing. That's like peanuts. And then at the same time, you know what they could have done? Cut this for $50, make this $500. And they could have cut this down too along with it and put it for like what? Like maybe $550 for maybe a certain amount of time, maybe for a week, 2 weeks or so. No, what Valve did, they only did one fucking thing. How the fuck are they a hero? Oh my god.
Pricing themselves terrible, well above the actual deck itself, and it makes no sense. In fact, if you didn't want to go ahead and get the LCD, you could get the OLED model of the Steam Deck for $549, $50 less than the actual Xbox ROG Ally. Even though it's at 1080p on the Ally and 800p on the Steam Deck, the difference is honestly negligible on a handheld device. So you're looking.
I know he did not say that shit. Oh my fucking god. I know he did not fucking say that. He said it's going to be negligible. Well, buckle up, boys and girls. It's exposing time. He said, quote, it's negligible. You wouldn't notice the difference. What? What the fuck? Oh my god. This is a terrible take.
And has near the same performance as the Steam Deck makes absolute 0 sense what.
You know what doesn't make sense? Let's go back to his old video what he said before, because I'm going to repeat this again. But I want you to listen to this. Listen to this very carefully.
Save files for PS1, PS2, N64, etc. There's so many cool things to do with this device that it is consistently awe-inspiring to me. The fact that it does emulation, the fact that it plays AAA current games, the fact that it does all these things and offers you the freedom and at a low price is honestly fantastic, and I cannot sing.
Wow, it's honestly fantastic. I cannot sing the praises enough. You know, that's funny. That's funny he says that, right? You can see the price right there.
Offers you the freedom and at a low price is honestly.
You see that price right there? December 2021. Starting shipping. That's funny. Ready for this? When was... Okay. So the release date was right here, right? Let's look at the launch prices. Now remember, he said this shit back in 2023. What was the launch for this? Right, because this is the same model. This is the model right here. The LCD. Look at this. For that same price, because this is the original price, was $400. They changed it now. Look at this right here. You see, this is why I didn't rush out to buy a Steam Deck. I wasn't dick riding for Gabe Newell. You know what I'm saying? Look, I appreciate Gabe Newell, what he did for the Steam store and all that stuff, right? But you know Gabe Newell is not your friend. And he also scammed you. You know that, right? He scammed you early and made things right later. That's what he did. He scammed the fuck out of you and everyone who picked it up. Because like what Alex says before, right? Oh, you could easily take it out, blah, 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 blah. And like I said before, who in the fuck is going to do that? Because a lot of times they just buy the device that already has the specifications that they need. They don't want to flip over the laptop, take everything apart and put stuff in. A lot of people, if not most people out there, don't fucking do that. Because it might void their warranty. Because a lot of times when they spend expensive stuff, they always buy it with what? Warranty. Not that long ago, me and my mom, you know, she needed a new refrigerator, right? And we went to Best Buy. We saw this really nice refrigerator, $700 and something, right? And the man told us that these refrigerators are not built to last. They are built to be used, whatever, and it's going to be thrown away, right? So it wasn't built back then. So he asked us, do you want warranty for that refrigerator? And we say yes. Yes. Because you know why? Because guess what? Me and my mom, we don't know how to fuck with a refrigerator. We're not going to take the refrigerator apart and mess around with shit and touch shit, because that might break warranty. So therefore, we're just going to keep it the way it is. We're going to take care of it as best we could, right? But at the same time, as a safety net, we brought a 3-year warranty on that refrigerator. That makes sense. You know how much that shit costs? We have to pay at least $950 fucking dollars. 3-year warranty plus a $720 refrigerator plus with tax on top of it. So it came out to like $950 grand total. Like you just think like I'm just gonna fuck around and mess with. I'm not doing it. Then you got and then they basically Valve fucking scam y'all. Because this is the launch. The pricing at launch. LCD. Base model. Look at this. $400. $400. This came out in 2022. He made this video 1 year later in 2023. He made this video during the course of 2023. And he's saying like, yeah, no, it's great. It's affordable. It's a wonderful price. You see the price right here? And he has you fucking spending money. Like saying, yeah, no, it's fine. And you know what the storage was? 64 gigabytes of fucking storage. That's not even an NVMe SSD. 64 gigabytes. For $400. Now you could install it, NV, but here's back to that question: who in the fuck is going to do that? For anyone out there that you can do it, that's you. You're sitting there by yourself. You can do that. I can do that. Alex can do that. I'm asking in general. Who else out here that is not knowledgeable of any of these fucking devices? How the fuck are they going to open that shit up and put shit in there? And they don't have a fucking clue. And Valve is selling this bitch at fucking $400 at launch for 64 gigabytes of fucking storage? That's not even an NVMe. What the fuck are you gonna do with 64 gigabytes of storage? But I guarantee you, a lot of those people at launch, they went out there and they pick up the $400 one, knowing that it wasn't worth it. Because guess what? Now we're in 2025. We're in 2025 now. Look at it now. For the same price at launch, you can get 256 gigabytes. We went from 64 gigabytes to 256 gigabytes.
Or hell, you can even make it backwards. There's other ways of actually editing those same save files for PC and then turning them into save files for PS1, PS2, N64, etc. There's so many cool things to do with this device that it is consistently awe-inspiring to me. The fact that it does emulation, the fact that it plays AAA current games, the fact that it does all these things and offers you the freedom and at a low price is honestly fantastic. And I cannot sing the praises of what this has done for my gaming life in this current year. Now, with all of the good, there is some bad. So the first thing I really don't like about the actual Steam Deck is going to be the screen. I really feel like it should have.
So basically, he's just going into all the problems and then they fix it on the OLED. So again, so he's saying he's giving out praises, the price, and everything else. He's saying this is okay. So at launch, this was okay to buy this for 64 gigabytes of storage. It's fucking insane. Like pretty much you pretty much this just shows me that you pretty much got scammed out of fucking Game Newell. Because if you're gonna price something like this, why you could have just priced this right here with this right here from the beginning. This should have been the base tier. This right here should have been the base tier. This right here should have been there, and then this one right there. Pretty much, the people who went one step up to the mid tier got scammed as well for this. You pretty much at launch to whenever they changed their prices or whatever they did to change it, you pretty much got scammed. You pretty much got fucking scammed, especially with the LCD screens. When they first launched, before the OLED came in, you pretty much got fucking scammed. Like right off the bat. If people would have just waited like all the way up to right now to like 2024 to 2025, they could have brought in that same device that was supposedly at launch, but you could have got it for 256 gigabytes. At least that's something that you could download a game, a Call of Duty, couple of indie titles, AA titles. You at least could download maybe 1 or 2, 3, 4 games at least. With that type of storage. But for 64 gigabytes and you're paying 400 and something fucking dollars. You know Gabe Newell scammed you. You know that, right? You know what Gabe Newell did? He scammed you first, and then he made everything right later on. That's what he did. That's exactly what he did. He fucking scammed y'all guys from the fucking beginning. That's embarrassing. And remember what Alex said before, right? Oh, I'm a good, like a good little soldier. Yeah, no, he was definitely a good little soldier. He was dick riding for fucking the Steam Deck. He was dick riding for that fucking Gabe Newell shit. He's like, oh, Gabe Newell can't do no wrong for me. I will never get scammed or get mistreated by Steam or by Valve or Gabe Newell. He treated us so well. He treated us so fucking well. Yeah, he really did treat you so fucking well at launch. So fucking well at launch. Look at this. This is embarrassing. If this doesn't tell you anything, this is just basically is a fucking slap in the face. It's just slap. And what makes it even more funny is a slap in the face. That the fact that he only put this bitch at 20%. He should have just made this to $300 and then also slashed the other prices. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking to a person that was so critical about these gaming companies and the industry and stuff like that, you know? I don't fall in line like a good little soldier. But he definitely did follow like a good little soldier. And you got scammed. You got scammed at launch. That's why I didn't bought the Steam Deck. Because you know why? I knew that was a fucking scam. Soon as I saw this at launch and this price for this, I said, yeah, this is a scam. For this fucking storage, 64 gigabytes is a slap in the face. And you're paying this amount. Honestly, this model should have been $350 at launch. And you can literally say, hey, and they could have upped the storage to at least 120 gigabytes. 128 gigabytes. They could have done that. But 64 gigabytes, like literally you can go get a micro SD card at fucking Walmart for like $8. Or like even less than $8. You can get one for $5 for 64 gigabytes of storage. $5 at Walmart. Yeah, you got scammed at launch. You got scammed. But he said in his video everything is good. The pricing is great, it's fantastic. I'm so awestruck by it.
Whatsoever. They are pricing themselves well above the actual deck itself, and it makes no sense. In fact, if you didn't want to go ahead and get the LCD, you could get the OLED model of the Steam Deck for $549.
$549, that is pretty much priced right here at the mid-tier market. Just like how we see right here. Look. Look, you see right here? Base model, mid-tier, right? Mid-tier is this. So now since it's not mid-tier, well now this is not mid-tier no more. This is base tier. This is base tier now. This is mid-tier now. Now this is high-end tier. Look how they scam you guys at launch. They scammed the fuck out of you. That's what they did. They said, let's scam them now, and then later on, we'll just fix all the little problems and make it right. And they will notice the difference because they love us so much. Those Steam little piggy little customers, we gave them so much goodwill, they'll turn a blind eye for this. They'll turn a blind eye. They'll be like this. What? Wait, those prices? Oh, no, I don't see it. Oh, nope. I'm turning my back. I don't see it. Nah, the Steam Deck is amazing. Go buy it. Go buy this. Go buy the Steam Deck. It's amazing, you guys. It's a great price. $400 and something. Right now, I mean, it's amazing. Even before, I said it was still amazing. It was still good. Even for 64 gigabytes, it was still amazing. Go buy it. Get it. It's absolutely breathtaking. I'm so awestruck. Yeah, those good little piggies turn a blind eye to that one, right? Oh, but nobody's not going to say anything about that one, right? No, nobody's not going to get rage and get mad about that, right? Or we're not going to see Alex is going to pull up another video to justify and explain himself again. No, he turned a blind eye and he said, nah, nope, it's good. Nothing wrong with that. $400. $400. You know what's funny? Let's go on here and let's see, like, what do you get if it's less than $400? How much storage you're getting for that? This, you can't make this shit up. A Core i5, 16 gigabytes of RAM. How much storage you're getting off of this? Wait a minute. That's $512, and it only is on clearance for like only about $400. That's crazy. What are we getting off of here for $400? Oh. Okay.
$50 less than the
Continue.
actual Xbox ROG Ally, even though it's at 1080p on the Ally and 800p on the Steam Deck. The difference is honestly negligible on a handheld device. So
Is on it? He said it's honestly negligible on a handheld device. Wait, say that little part again. I need to hear that.
and has near the same performance as the Steam Deck makes absolute 0 sense whatsoever. They are pricing themselves well above the actual deck itself, and it makes no sense. In fact, if you didn't want to
makes no
go ahead and get the
sense, huh?
LCD, you could get the OLED model of the Steam Deck for $549, $50 less than the actual Xbox ROG Ally, even though it's at 1080p on the Ally and 800p on the Steam Deck. The difference is honestly negligible on a handheld device.
It is negligible on a handheld devices. Should we test that? I think we should test that. I think we should test that out right now. I think this would be a good way to test to see whether it's negligible or not. Because I'm on a desktop. I got a 1080p monitor. Let's test that out. Let's test that out. I think this will be a really good test. Let's see. Let's put a gameplay of. What was it, Rant 5? Actually, better yet, let's just go to my chair. Why? I got game. Let's see. We'll go with. Let's go with Starfield. Alright. Let's go right here. Mute this. Let's make sure it's running at 1060. Okay, so it's running at 1080p 60. This is a 1080p monitor that I have. Right? And he said that is negligible. Right? So what was the resolution on this for the LCD screen? It was 1280 by 800. All right, let's put that to the test. Let's put that to the test. We'll go to here, go to display. Let's identify it. So this is screen 2. Got screen 2. So it was what? 1280 by 800, right? 1280, 720p, 1280 by 800. So he said it's negligible. Let's find that out right now. Damn, I can see it a lot blurrier. Yeah, you can see like it's cropping out so damn small. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is horrible. Yeah, this is horrible. I'm looking at it from myself and it's fucking horrible. Like, this is what you're getting. Like, I'm looking at it with my own eyes and I can tell you the difference between 1080p and this is 1280 by 800. This shit looks horrible. Even though this video is still outputting at 1080p 60. But I can tell you right now, I can see the difference. Because even just stopping here with the text and stuff. I'm saying, I wouldn't, it's so negligible, you wouldn't notice the difference. No, you would notice the difference. That's a lot. Because I'm looking at it right here and I can, you can tell, you can even see it. Crazy. So let's switch it back because you can see it right here. So you can tell. So let's go put it at 1080p, how it should be. Two chambers. Wow, that looks a lot better. Looks a lot better. It looks a lot sharper. And it looks a lot cleaner. Yeah, it looks a lot better. It looks a lot better. Yeah, this looks 10 times better than 1280 by whatever. What the fuck are you talking about? You can literally tell the difference. I'm surprised he even said that out of his mouth, because that's like ain't we had this argument like a couple of years ago back, like, oh, you can't tell the difference between 30 and 60. You can tell the difference between 30 and 60 FPS. That's real simple. Get Forza Horizon 5 or play it on 30 on the console. If you got quality, play it on quality, and then after that you switch it to performance. I guarantee you'll notice the difference right off the bat. You will see the difference. Talking about this negligible.
Less than the actual Xbox ROG Ally, even though it's at 1080p on the Ally and 800p on the Steam Deck. The difference is honestly negligible on a handheld device.
How's it negligible on the handheld device? But then, like, this right here is about $400 and something, right? What resolution is this? Oh, here it is. Maximum graphic quality is 1920 by 1080. And we're getting what again? We're getting this right here. 1280 by 860 hertz. This is not even the ROG Ally. This is like literally even a lower price than that, but this one can output 1920 by 1080. $500 Look at this LCD screen. Ain't this the same shit as the Steam Deck? But it's only outputting 1280 by 800. Touchscreen support, all of this stuff. Maximum 1920 by 1080. SSD. Does he even have the display port? I want to see. So it doesn't tell me the thing for it. That's weird, because usually they'll tell you. So yeah, maybe it might be, this is like a standard 60 hertz. But shit, even this one is doing a lot better than that. That's crazy. So let's go with this one right here. Let's see the specs on this one. So 1080p. So 1080p. And what else? Display 7-inch LED. 1080p, maximum resolution 1080p. Okay, that's perfectly fine. I don't think they tell you the hertz. I think they tell you the hertz on here. So basically it can go up towards 120 hertz. So I could put it down to 90 or 60 hertz if I want to, but it can go all the way up to 120 hertz on this display. So I can do that. As in this one, it's only going to go up to 60 hertz. So I basically have, if you're paying $600, right? So $600 will land you between this one and this one. Except for that has 500 gig. This one has a little bit more. So this one is a little bit less. But yet, you're only getting this and the OLED LED. So basically, you can get 90 hertz out of it and 1,000 nits. And then this right here, you're getting that. So basically, the resolution. So basically, the only thing that I'm losing off of this, if I do plan on getting it, which I am going to get it, the only thing that I'm losing out is pretty much only the what? The HDR OLED. I'm losing out that, and I'm just losing out 1,000 nits. Because the other one only doing 500 nits. But other than that, it's doing 120 hertz and it has a better resolution. And I'm pretty sure it's the same size screen, 7-inch. Yep, so 7-inch. So I'm only losing out on this right here and 1,000 nits brightness. And I can go all the way to 120 hertz. If I don't want to, I can go all the way back down to 60 hertz if I want to. So I got the option between, I can go back down to 60, 90, or I can go all the way up to 120 hertz. So I got 3 options. This one only has basically just 2 options. You can go to 90 or you can go down to 60. That's it. And if you already got the lower end one, you can only go up to 60 hertz. With 400 nit brightness, while the other one is 500 nit brightness. So yeah, so basically, I'm only losing out between this one and this one. Okay, that's not a bad trade-off. I could deal with that. That's okay. But I get better resolution, and I got 120 hertz. I can deal with that. I can live with that.
So you're looking at a device that is true HDR, actual OLED, $50 less, and has the same performance. Why on earth would I buy the actual white Ally? It makes no...
You know, it's funny how he just said that. Hold on, say that.
Handheld device. So you're looking at a device that is true HDR, actual OLED, 50...
True HDR, buddy, that resolution can't even be a solid 1080p. It can't even hit 1440p, let alone it can't even hit 4K on that device.
$50 less and has the same performance. Why on earth would I buy the actual white Ally?
It's definitely not the same performance.
It makes no sense. That device is left out to dry. Just a basic...
You don't make any sense. I'm surprised that he sits here and do these PC reviews and all this stuff and looking at numbers, this, specs, all this bull. I gotta say, did you, Alex, did you really did your fucking homework? Because obviously you have not done your homework whatsoever. You are constantly getting L's in this video. Like every time you're getting L after L after L after L. In every step of the way, you're getting a fucking L. How the fuck are you gonna sit there and say that? For the same amount of money, right? This is just an example. For the same amount of money that you're spending on the series whatever, right? The Xbox ROG Ally, the regular one, the white one, for $600, you can literally get an OLED TV that can do 4K. This is an OLED 4K for $600. You can get a TV like that from LG. That's the craziest thing. Look. This can't even do 1080p. This device can't even do 1920 by 1080p. You talking about HDR is a OLED. This one can do 1080p. Well, this one can do what, 1080p, right? I'm pretty sure they kept the resolution like that. Yeah, 1080p. So this one is going to keep it at 1080p, which is perfectly fine. I could deal with that. That's the standard. But again, this can't even do 1080p. This can't even do 10. You're talking about HDR and an OLED. It can't even have the resolution to be up there. There's some OLED can do 1080p HDR OLED. Some can even do 1440p HDR OLED. And some can even do, you know, whatever 4K HDR OLED. Because I'm just curious. I want to see what devices that can do resolution. Because if the lower end for $600 and something can do, you know, 1080p, the higher end one can do 1080p. Right? Even their last year model right here can do 1080p. And then you're getting more hertz. You're getting 120 hertz. This is an 8-inch, 120 hertz. And then what? The expensive one? Like, so basically, if you spend another extra $100 more, so you won't going from a 1080p, if you get this one right here, the Legion Go 2, sure, you're getting 144 hertz, which is good. It's fantastic. Still good. It's still an OLED, and you're getting 2K. 2K OLED. Like, I want to see. Yep, look at this display. 1200p OLED. But this shit can do up to 2K. That's crazy. This can do 2K OLED. That is crazy. $1,200 people. So basically, you could do 2K. And then what? Then I think the most expensive one, still 2K. So some of these devices are pushing up towards 1080p, going into 4K. I wouldn't be surprised some of the devices can do 1440p. Like, you're spending money on something that is going towards resolutions where it should be at. And you're spending on a Steam Deck for this amount of money, and you're only getting this resolution. How the fuck this is true HDR? You're getting this resolution and it's terrible. Talking about you wouldn't know the difference, it's negligible. Just right here alone, you may not see it on your end, but just my eyeballs looking at it, I can tell the difference that this is 1280 by 800. You can see it. And you're paying this amount of money for it. Ain't you just, like, remember, ain't you got scammed when it's first launched? They used to have 3 of these tiers. Now they only got 1 tier. They used to have 3 tiers. And then years later, now they came out with an OLED. And I'm pretty sure this one, they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna make an OLED. They're gonna have a regular version like this, whatever, and then they're gonna make an OLED. It's probably gonna be like what, maybe $100 or something more dollars, 150 maybe.
Basically go through and do nothing with but sit on the shelves. It makes no sense to buy that product. The only
is sitting on the shelves. Last time I checked, it ain't sitting on the shelves because people are pre-ordering it, so it ain't sitting on the shelves. Scalpers are even buying it, so they're not sitting on the shelves. Because if scalpers are buying it, they gotta buy it. They can't make some fake money transaction type of stuff. Like they have to legit buy it, so they gotta spend money out of their pocket to buy it. They're buying it, so even the scalpers are buying it, and also everyday consumers are buying it. So they're not sitting there on the shelf. And what makes it even more funny, again, this is about to be coming out and dropping on October 16th. This been out for a while, and this is $1,000 right here. It's already sold out. So somebody is buying it. Somewhere, somehow, somebody is buying these products for $1,000, and they're buying it. Oh, they're buying it.
The reason you would buy the White Ally would be because you want to play specific games that only have the actual setup of needing a kernel anti-cheat. Because that's really the only reason you would buy that device, or even then if you were really deep into Game Pass. But for $600, it makes no sense. The White...
How does it make no sense? Ain't you just said in this video all this bullshit? It does this, that, and the third. Both systems, the Ally X and the lower end model, does the same exact thing. It's a Windows operating system, and they custom made it to have, you know, whatever Windows, whatever, like game window mode or whatever, similar to Steam, and you could do the same exact thing. Like, ain't we just seen videos of this shit? Yeah, that's Gamescom. That's like a month ago. What was that? It was... So they got previews for it. Let me see. I think it's either the Tokyo Game Show, right? I even watched that. I was watching somebody talking about it too. This Forza Horizon 5, Xbox, Steam. looks good. Damn, they even got Virtual Fighter 5? Damn, it looks good. It looks good. Yeah, because I was watching a couple of videos where they was going over it, but it looks good. You can still connect Bluetooth to it. They got this. Even for the low-end model, it still got Bluetooth connected. You can even connect it or dock it, and you can still use Windows and everything else. Alex, what the fuck are you talking about? It does the same shit like the Steam Deck. It just runs better.
Ally should have been $4.99 at the very most in my
$4.99. $4.99. $4.99. Do you not hear this, man? Why I didn't hear anything about this right here? And you're getting this storage for this price. $400 for 64 gigabytes. And then they slap you in the face with this shit right here. That's like after when they scam you and they say, no, we're gonna make things right. We're gonna give you the OLED. We'll price this accordingly, so we don't scam you anymore. But we really do appreciate you picking up this low-end model, and we give you these little itty-bitty storage. You know, I'm so glad we didn't get no backlash off of that. Ooh, man, we really dodged a bullet. I guess those Steam customers really love that corporation and dick ride them. Nobody wasn't making complaints about that. Oh, no. Nope. It wasn't making no complaints because I didn't hear anything about you saying about that, right?
Cool things to do with this device that it is consistently awe-inspiring to me. The fact that it does emulation, the fact that it plays AAA current games, the fact that it does all these things and offers you the freedom and at a low price is honestly fantastic, and I cannot sing the praise.
Wow, it's fantastic. Man, at launch, yo, this right here, fantastic. Nah, don't worry about this. You fuck this. This should. Don't worry about that. Look, you still got storage, 64 gigabytes. It's amazing. And that price right there, oh man, at launch, fantastic. Valve didn't scam you. Oh, fantastic. No, but only Xbox is scamming you. Xbox is scamming you. Oh, wait, what? Huh? They're scamming me. Okay, this is $1,000. I see the competition is right there. Oh wait, that's $1,000 too. Okay, well, where are they scanning me again? Okay, let me look through this. Where are they scanning? Oh wait, this is $600 or something dollars. Okay, 6. But that's 650, and that's still 500 gigabytes. You know, like, okay, this is $650. That's still 500 gigs. And then this one right here, oh, this is $700. This is 600, 500 gigabytes. So the Legion Go S is still giving me the same amount of storage, but I gotta pay more for it. While this one is, I'm paying less, I'm still getting 500 or something gigabytes. And then if I go a little bit less right here, I can get a terabyte. So there seems to be competition in the marketplace. I got a question. Where's Valve on here? I don't see Valve shit on Best Buy. Oh wait, I gotta only purchase at their little storefront, right? Oh, I can only purchasing on here, and I gotta go to Amazon, but I can't go out to the store and go pick up a Steam Deck, right? Oh.
personal opinion, because that would have put it in competition with the Steam Deck OLED and made more sense. Oh, I get a bigger screen, I get the Windows, I get Game Pass, I get all this other stuff, and it's $50 less than the actual
Bigger screen. I don't think he realized that you could get a bigger screen already, and this is already 8-inch. This is 7. This is 8. Legion Go S, 8-inch, 120 hertz for 600 and something, and $7.4, 90 hertz refresh rate. Legion Go S, 8-inch, 120 hertz. With actual the AMD Ryzen Zen 2. What does this one has? Oh, this is Zen 2. Okay. And what was the other specification for that? So the Xbox ROG Ally and Ally X. Let's see what we get here. Okay, resolution. Okay, 1920 by 1080, 120 hertz, 7-inch. I gotta see what was the performance on that bitch. I gotta see both side by side. Let's look at it side by side. Oh, there it is. There's the specifications. And oh, we're getting Zen 4. Oh, so it's better than Zen 2. Oh, so we're getting actual better chip performance than the old one that's in the, in the Steam Deck that came out a while ago, and they charging you this much, but yet they giving you a brand new chip right here for the lower end model right here for this model, the Xbox Ally, and we're at Zen 4. They still on Zen 2. How much was that? How much the price was that? Oh, that was only $600. Oh, so we're going from a Steam Deck from Zen 2, and we're jumping up to Zen 4. So the chip is better, power efficient, and all that stuff, and performs very, very well than the Zen 2 chip. Because we're going to Zen 4 chip. Oh. For $600, I mean, that's pretty damn good. I mean, rather than, pulling out the pockets of this for something that is fucking old, for something that is this old, Zen 2, we already have Zen 4. Come on. This is crazy.
Actual OLED device, that makes sense price-wise. That would have been a good set of marketing strategy, because now you're going up against other competitors in this space, Asus and Xbox. What are we even doing here right now?
What are you doing? Do you not just see that we're in the competition space? They're obviously is putting themselves right along with everyone else. It's $600. Not $650. And not $550. They're right in the middle. They're right at $600. They're in the competition space. You know what else I don't see? Where's Steam Decks? Where can I get a Steam Deck on Best Buy? Where? oh, I gotta buy it on their site, right? They're not at the retail stores, right? But I thought Gnu has all this money and everything else, and plus they scam y'all. So where's all that money being put at? Why you can't just take some of your Steam decks that you already have in stock, or supposedly you putting it on sale, put it out in the retail store so we can go pick it up? But they're not fucking doing that, right? Oh, they're out here in the market. Yeah, no, they're on the online market. You buy it online. They're not at the retail market. They're not at the stores. Okay? That's the difference. Like, Microsoft can do both. You know? They can sell a product online and pre-order it if you want to pre-order it online. And you can also go to the store, which whatever retail store that you go to, and you can actually pre-order the device on there. Walmart, Target, Best Buy, whatever electronic retail store. I'm pretty sure even Micro Center. Hello? Where's Steam Decks? Where they at? They're not here.
Now, I mean, take a look at this tweet directly from ROG themselves on Twitter last night. You asked for the price. You asked when the pre-orders would open. Here it is. The ROG Xbox Ally is officially available for pre-order, and they're live. With a response from Ty Coop saying $1,000 for a handheld is insane. Yes, Ty, it absolutely is insane. It makes no sense why they would put it for $1,000. Hardware is not supposed to be this expensive, especially...
Hardware should not supposed to be this expensive. I love how he says that. For $1,000. Since we're gonna do, let's do actual price comparison, right? So if we know, right? If we know that this, you know, whatever was price, right? And we're making comparisons, so we can compare this price to this price, all right? It's $1,000 right here, right? It's $1,000. So let's do one step back. Since Alex saying that, you know, whatever, these devices, whatever, shouldn't be costing $1,000 and some odd dollars, right? So let's do actual price comparison, like actual one-to-one price. So let's find a device on Valve, or, you know, right? Let's go find a device on Valve and on the Steam page. What device do they have for $1,000? What was that device was called? For $1,000. What was that device was called again? Oh, shit. Right, the Valve Index VR kit for $1,000. Hey, OhNoItsAlexx, can you repeat that again?
$1,000 for a handheld is insane.
Oh my god, it's insane, you guys. Oh my god. Oh my heart. Oh, my aching heart. Oh, it's insane, you guys. Oh, it's crazy.
Yes, Ty, it absolutely is insane. It makes no sense why they would put it for $1,000. Hardware is not supposed to be this expensive, especially...
Wait, hardware's supposed to not be this expensive for $1,000? But wait, what about this? Oh no. Oh my god. Is the Valve Index VR kit for $1,000? Oh my god. And they're out of stock. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's insane, you guys. This is insane. You heard what Alex says. Devices like this should not cost $1,000 and some odd dollars. These devices should not. Like, it's insane, you guys. When did this device came out? In 2020? during the pandemic? Ain't we out of the pandemic now and we're in 2025 and they still haven't lowered down the prices? Wow. Wow, look at these. Wow, just for the headset, not even the controllers included. Oh my god. Oh, hold on. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Let's go to our good old pal that investment. Since I live in the East Coast, right? Wait, $500 and something. Oh. Let me look at this. That's not okay. Oh, $500 and something, and it actually includes with the controller? Wait a minute. Includes Half-Life Alyx. Oh. Valve, you shouldn't have. You don't have to give me a free game for Half-Life Alyx. Wow, that's really generous of you. So if I just buy the headset without the controller, you know, that should be bundled together. I mean, you do have a bundle, but it's out of stock. You know. But I can only buy the headset. But if you do have it in stock, I gotta pay $750? But the Meta Quest 3 has 500 gigabytes and is also has the controllers included with it. This came out in 2020 and the whole kit, if you want everything, is $1,000. Yo, guys, pack it up, man. These prices are getting too out of control, you guys. These prices are getting way too out of control. Alan, what? It's getting out of control?
Now, I don't think the gaming industry understands exactly what's happening, and I feel like they're trying to bet and put more lines on the actual high-end whales that will spend all that kind of money consistently just to have the newest device, and then hopefully then try to have other people spend their money on it as well. But the problem isn't just that.
Wow, that sounds like fucking Valve, what they're trying to do. For the whole kit, including Half-Life Alyx, is $1,000. You think they really give a shit about Half-Life Alyx? They don't give a shit. That's why they put it in for free. Look at this, you guys. Look at this. Just the headset by itself, without the controllers, is $500. Alex, all I gotta say to you, just hold that out. Just hold it. Hold that out. Hold it. Just hold that out. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Look, he's saying devices. Devices. That's any device. That's a laptop. Right? That's a cell phone. That's a device. VR headset is a device. The handheld is a device. A TV is a fucking device. Your desktop is a fucking device.
Thing is, we've seen consistently how year over year, time after time, especially in this generation, hardware doesn't decrease in price, it's actually increasing in price. Daniel,
oh, that's funny that you said that because, wow. Oh, well, they did slash the price for this for a limited time. You know, until October 6th, you guys. Limited time. They slashed down the prices. But it's going to go back up to its regular $400. This came out in 2020. 5 years later, we're in 2025. For the whole bundle, they haven't even slashed the prices on their bundle. It's still over $1,000. And people in your little piggy community, you know, your little, you know, Gabe Newell is your fucking savior. He's your savior. He's gonna save you. He'll never screw you over. He'll never do a highway robbery on you, right, you guys? Right? He'll never scam you. Of course he's gonna scam you. He scammed you now and made things right later. Oh, but he was talking about, oh, the console prizes, this and that. Well, yeah, this device came out in 2020. We're long over past the pandemic. All this bullshit. And it's out of stock. $1,000 is fucking insane, you guys. Oh, we're doing price comparison? Okay, so let's go price comparison. Would you rather buy Valve Index VR kit if it was available in stock, ready to go, for $1,000? Or you can actually get an actual fucking gaming handheld device that you have access to all of your fucking games, your Steam games, Xbox Game Pass, all of these fucking games, and is able to do the same exact shit, just like how this right here. But here's the deal. You're getting better. Like, do we need to make comparison here? You're getting Zen 4. You're getting a brand new chip that is more efficient than the old model that's on what? Oh wait, on the Steam OLED and the LCD screen, because it's still using the Zen 2 chip. You're getting Zen 4. 4 cores, 8 threads. You're getting GPU. What? Like all the improvements, even for this one right here. Wait, to compare to even $1,000, you're not only, this is just the low end model for this Zen 4. Then the new model, you're in Zen 5. That's even more of an improvement, and you're getting 8 cores, 16 RDNA. What the fuck? And you're getting 24 gigabytes of RAM? You're getting better. You're getting shit better. For $1,000, that can play all of your games and everything else under the sun, and can do the same exact shit that what that fucking this right here that Gabe Newell has fucking scam you at launch. That's fucking scam you. So basically, it can do that plus and more, and it runs better and is a better chip. And for $1,000, for this right here, for $1,000, would you rather pay this or the Valve Index? You get everything. You get all the kits right here. You're getting a VR headset. You're getting this. You're getting the base station. You're getting all that. So you're basically getting all of this right here. All of this right here. So basically right here, instead of paying each individual one, which will be really expensive, you get it all in one bundle, you guys, for $1,000. And you can play VR games. You gotta put on the thing, gotta hold the two controllers in your hands, and you gotta set those up in the room. So you can actually play Half-Life Alyx. You know, they're giving it for you for free. Or you can get this handheld device for $1,000 that you can play all of these AAA games and everything in the palm of your hand. You don't need to put a headset device over you to enjoy yourself and playing games. The screen is right here. You can dock it. You can plug it into any of these monitors. It's doing 120 hertz. And it's a Windows gaming PC device, and it's a gaming device. So it does have Windows as well. So you can go on the Windows. You want to download application like, I don't know, let's say OBS. You can do that. You want to download Internet Explorer or any other browser, you could do that too. So, you know, which one do you think I'm gonna pick? You know, if I had $1,000 and I had to pick two of these devices, this is a no-brainer. I'm just gonna get the handheld device. This is easy. Because, like, again, like he said, he said what again? He said what again?
For the price you asked when they're insane. $1,000 for a handheld is insane.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Ty, it absolutely is insane. It makes no sense why they would.
It is insane? Wow.
Would put it for $1,000. Hardware is not supposed to be this expensive, especially right now. I don't think the gaming industry understands exactly what's happening, and I feel like they're trying to bet and put more lines on the actual high-end whales that will spend all that kind of money consistently just to have.
Oh, so basically this device right here that Valve put is for the high-end whales, you guys. Hey, anything over $1,000, you guys, is insane, man. I mean, shit, ain't we dealing with that with fucking laptops? Oh shit, you guys, it's over $1,000. Oh my god, bro, the whales, bro. Yes, that's for the whales. That's for the whales right there, bro. That right there, that's for the whales, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. What? The laptop that folds down and is ultra thin and able to for 1,600. That is for the fucking whales, you guys, especially right now at this time. Yeah, I don't see nobody ain't complaining about that because they still selling the headset with no controllers or anything, still for $5. Well, you could have gotten this for the same price as just for that headset. You could buy this and you got the headset and the controller. You don't even need to buy the Sense bar and shit, and you can still play VR. Holy shit. Oh my god. Holy shit.
The newest device, and then hopefully try to have other people spend their money on it as well. But the problem isn't just that. The thing is, we've seen consistently how year over year, time after time, especially in this generation, hardware doesn't decrease in price. It's actually increasing in price.
Or the price will just remain the same, just like what Valve did for this one right here. Oh, we're just only going to cut this price right here for now. Oh, but for these, this will stay just like this. This will stay perfectly fine. Oh, in our VR thing? Oh, yeah. We're not slashing any prices on that. No, even though we're out of stock. We're out of stock, and this came out in 2020. And now we came out of a pandemic. This right here, yeah, this is going to remain $1,000. We ain't gonna slash no prices for this. It's gonna continue to stay $1,000. Yeah. We're not cutting this price anytime soon. We're not gonna make the bundle $800 or $750. Nah, we're not gonna cut the price on this bundle. Nah, we're gonna still keep the price at $1,000. But hey, you get a free game called Half-Life Alyx. It's amazing, you guys. Go buy our VR headset. Come on, it's for the whales, man. It's for the payers. Shit, man, we're gonna hit that high-end market. We're gonna get their money at one way or another. If we can't do it for, with our little Steam Deck, we'll definitely do it for the VR headset. We're gonna make that to $1,000. We're not gonna cut that. Nah. That device right there, nah, we ain't gonna do that. Nope.
Nice.
Nope,
Daniel
we're not
Ahmad
gonna do
tweeted
that.
this out. People are saying $999 is expensive, but that's just the same price as an Xbox Series X or PS5 in 2029. My man got one.
Oh yeah, by the way, this came out what year? 2020? This is during the pandemic when people was scalping PS5 Pro, well, not the Pro, but the PS5, the base PS5 for $1,000. This device right there, this VR device that Valve is selling is $1,000. And guess what? Fast forward, we're in 2025. It still remains $1,000. They haven't cut the price on that.
He got one. He absolutely, positively got one. That's what we've been seeing consistently in the...
They haven't got me because Valve made the VR headset still $1,000. Okay.
this gaming space, and it's not a good sign. For some reason, older hardware no longer decreases in price. Instead, it's a brand new barrier for the newer hardware to go ahead and charge more for and break.
And that hardware right there been the same. For how long? 2020, we're in 2025, it's still remaining $1,000. These prices has a slash or cut. It still remains the same price. Look at this. Valve Index replacement threads, $130. Free gasket for Valve Index, $40. Left controller replacement, $149. Right controller replacement, $100. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, they ain't lowering down the price anytime soon with this, you guys. They ain't doing it. Oh my god, what are we doing, man? What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing?
Hey, Sean Layden, knock knock. Remember when you wanted to have every game cost more every generation? Well, here's the actual ramification. The more you price out your customers, the less you can sell. The less you can sell in hardware, the less games you can sell as well. Meaning you then have to...
Well, it seems to me that if they was so-called was getting priced, well, it seems to me the Legion Go 2 has already outpriced the Xbox Ally X. Like this is like $1,350 that's coming soon. And then they got a bundle right here that's sold out. And then you got this right here is a bundle for $1,300. You got this one right here, 8.8 inch screen. This is even bigger than that, and this is like $1,900. Fuck. And then you got your little competitor right here. Wait. The MSI one. This is priced at the same price as $1,000, and this is sold out. And people has brought it. Ain't we see photos of this motherfuckers of people buying it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I guess $1,000 is not expensive, you guys. Man, gosh darn it. Oh, man, it's only for the whales. But somebody's buying it. Somebody is actually buying it. Look at all the customers right here. Oh, yeah, somebody got a gaming PC right here, and they brought this. Shit. Yep. Yeah, man, this crazy, right? Right? Oh man, yo. Yeah. Oh yeah. Valve is doing y'all guys a favor. They really are doing y'all a favor. Oh man, they're so affordable, you guys. Yeah. At launch, they thought they was your friends. They thought they was the good guys. Nah, they scammed the fuck out of you. And then they made shit right later. That's what they did. That's exactly what they did, because guess what? Now you don't see those models anymore, right? Oh yeah, because they scam y'all. They say, yeah, buy these little low-end models. It's affordable. Go ahead, buy this shit. Oh my god. Look at this. You're getting this? Come on. Yeah, and then they're not, but wait, the Valve is not competing in mid-tier price. Oh yeah, no, they are. This right here is mid-tier price. It's no different from the second page right here. Oh yeah, they're competing. 550. Which one is this? Is 600. This is 600. 550. That's close. This one is right here. 550. 8.8. 8.8 inch screen. 144 hertz. 1 terabyte hard drive. 16 gigabytes of RAM. That sounds like a hell of a lot better than the fucking Steam Deck. Shit. Even though it has an old chip, all that shit right there is a lot better than this fucking Steam Deck or this OLED, whatever the fuck it is, that only has a shitty piss poor resolution of 1280 by 800. Oh, you guys, you wouldn't notice the difference. It's negligible. I just proved that wrong right here. I got 1080p monitors. What the fuck are you talking about? I noticed the difference. You could see it. Like, with my eyeballs, I can see it. Like, because if I was to blow it up right here on this, oh my god.
To squeeze blood from a stone. It's like nobody's thinking properly about what's in fact happening. Xbox even went ahead and made this tweet themselves. Xbox tweeted out, if you're reading this on an Xbox. There's more ways to play on Xbox than ever before. Hazard Gaming had the best response, saying this.
Well, Xbox ain't fucking lying, because you don't have to buy their console. You could literally play on anything. I mean, you can play Xbox on the Meta Quest. You can play Xbox on these laptops. You can play an Xbox game on $1,169 laptop. You can even play it on a $5,000 laptop. Or you can go as low as even $200. Like, look, watch. You can still play games still at a $250 laptop. Look, you could pick up a gaming laptop right now for like $420 something, and you can still play games and Game Pass on this laptop. There's literally, they're not lying. There's literally is so many choices to pick. Look at this. Even for this one right here, Intel Core i5, and you got a GeForce RTX 3050. I don't recommend people to spend that money because whatever, but people do spend it and they buy it, and they still playing games on there. You can see it. Oh wait, is that an Xbox? Hey wait, that's an Xbox right there. And he's playing it on what? On a laptop. You keep catching these L's. I swear. Every time you're catching these L's.
Went ahead and made this tweet themselves. Xbox tweeted out, if you're reading this on an Xbox. There's
He's definitely got the memo because he's definitely reading it, and this is an Xbox because there's the Xbox controller right there.
more ways to play on Xbox than ever before.
More ways to play than ever before. This is how much? $200 and something? On a gaming laptop, you can play games on there for $200 and something. And he has an Xbox controller right there, and he's playing games. But continue.
Hazard Gaming had the best response, saying this: drop console prices. Being most expensive box and least favorite brand in the industry is not doing any favors for the platform.
And that is true. Like, again, the console raising their prices is fucking ridiculous. That's something that I can sit here and I can agree with that. Yeah, lower your console prices because it's kind of ridiculous. You don't need to go astronomically high for it. And again, I'm not the type of person that sits here and condone people to whatever. I point shit out and I let you know what's going on. Just like how in this video, Alex is saying one thing and saying all this bullshit, like acting like, oh, well, the Steam Deck is your savior. They here, you know, blah, blah, blah. They're there for you as the customers. They're not here to scam you. And then everything that he just said out of his mouth, and I'm exposing to him, and I'm just, like, every time I'm catching L's. Every time. Everything that he just said out of his mouth, he's getting an L. This is one of the worst takes that I ever heard from fucking OhNoItsAlexx. It's fucking crazy. Oh my fucking god. Lord. Now again, I don't want, if you don't have a console right now and you're planning on getting a console, and I said this throughout many videos, I told them, like, it's not worth getting it. Don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. Especially if the console is this high of a price and you don't got one, don't do it. And I already mentioned that in the last video. So if you want to go check that out, you can go back to my last off the top video where I have already talked about it and explained it, and I let people know it ain't worth it. And especially games like GTA 6 and stuff like that, I already covered that from my last video. You can go and watch that. So here, I'm not condoning people to whatever. And I think it is fucking ridiculous and it's stupid. Again, but you don't see me being a fucking dick rider. You know, I pick and choose my devices what I want. I do want the white one and I like it. And I want it. Okay? I like the feel of it. I like the controller, how in my hands. And if it's going to feel the same way like that, but in a screen, I'm good with that. I don't want the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck is uncomfortable. I look at things as ergonomics. That's number one that I think about all the time, is ergonomics. The price is the price. There's nothing you can do about pricing. The price is the price. It is what it is. However, what you can do is, if I'm going to spend money on any device, doesn't matter if it's a Steam Deck, Valve Index for $1,000 for a bundle, or whatever device that you want, the number one thing is ergonomics. That's number one. You on here ranting, raving, screaming, and rage bait and all this bullshit doesn't help anyone. What you should be doing is just teaching your audience how to pick and choose and buy devices. You don't see me glazing and dick riding for fucking Steam. Look, I appreciate Steam. I buy games on Steam. You see it. I buy in and play games. I appreciate what Steam is doing on that front. But what I don't appreciate is everything what else that they're fucking doing. So I'm not sitting here glazing on Steam or glazing on Xbox or glazing on PlayStation. What I do is basically I just look at the device. I ask myself, is this worth it? And the first question that I ask for is ergonomics. That's number one. Does this make sense? Does this feels good in the hands? Because if you're going to spend a whole bunch of money, you better get the ride out of it. It's just like this. If you're going to buy and build a PC, get your money's worth out of it and play the games that you are going to get that out of it. Don't be like, I'm going to spend $1,500 and the only game you're fucking playing is Minecraft. It's ridiculous. You shouldn't even spend $1,500 and the only thing you're getting out of it is Minecraft. At that point, you might as well just get a $500 fucking laptop to play fucking Minecraft. Or even hell, what the even just this one right here. What, this was $200 and something dollars? Oh wait, no, this is $900. I don't know. I thought it was $200. Oh, okay, so you could save. So it probably is on clearance. So on clearance, for $200 and something dollars, this used to be whatever value right there. For this amount, if you're going to plan on getting this device, right? Just saying hypothetically, you get it, it's on sale, whatever, and you're going to play this game, you get something that is worth your money, and you know what game that you're playing. If you're playing Minecraft, you don't need to spend all the way up towards, like, again, like you don't need to spend all the way up towards like $1,000, $750. You don't need to spend that much money just to play fucking Minecraft. You can literally play Minecraft literally on a lower end device, something that is simple, $500, $400. You can easily play Minecraft. Easily. If you want to play AAA games and stuff like that, and you're spending the money, that's fine. Get your money worth out of it, but make sure it's something that you can see yourself using it every day. That's why I use ergonomics. I can see myself every day playing this on this device. Because you know why? Because it has that controller to it. It feels good. It's not fucking flat. It feels like an actual controller in my hand. So I can see myself using this every single fucking day. So I'm going to get my money out of it. If the controller was uncomfortable and I can't fucking, see myself picking it up and playing it, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to just throw this down to the side and I'm brought a device that I'm barely even fucking using. I want to buy a device that I could fucking use. And the Steam Deck is just ain't it, chief. It's just ain't it. I look at ergonomics. I can care less about the price. Ergonomics is what's important. That's come first. And what I can do with it, that comes second. The last thing is fucking price. Whether or not, is it worth buying it or is it not worth buying it? That's last place. Price will never come first. Ergonomics come first. It's just like buying a car. If you're spending $20,000 on a car, you want to make sure the car inside that you're driving and you're starting it up and you're sitting down, you're driving, feels comfortable. If it feels comfortable and it feels good to drive it, and it's only 20 grand, then you're getting your money's worth out of it. If you're buying a $50,000 car, right? It could be the fastest car. It could be faster than the 20,000. Cool. It's fast. It got all the... But again, if it feels like crap and it feels uncomfortable to fucking drive and it doesn't have essential shit like doesn't have Bluetooth, doesn't have a radio, the seats are uncomfortable. Even though, yes, it's the fastest car, you can blow anybody past on the highway. But if you don't got, if the seats are not comfortable, you don't got essential stuff like Bluetooth connectivity, you don't got a fucking GPS in there, you don't got any of these stuff, you just got very bare bones. The only thing you have is the AC and that's it. No music, no nothing, nothing. And the seats are uncomfortable. Would you drop $50,000 on it? Just because, yes, the car is fast, but where are you going to drop $50,000 on it? And can you see yourself even driving it every single day? No. It's just that simple. That's why I'm buying this. That's why I'm going to buy the white one. Because I know, because if they got the controller handles like this, I could see myself picking it up and playing it every day. Because I play on the Xbox controller, so if it has a handheld that has that same feel and it's not flat, I'm good. I want to feel comfortable holding it while I'm playing it. I don't want to feel uncomfortable because then I'm not going to fucking play it. That's why you don't see me running out there buying the Legion Go. You know, right? Even though, like, again, yes, there's other better price points than this, right? I could pick up this, right? This is cheaper than that. And that's true. That is fucking true. This is cheaper than that, and it probably does better. But again, when you're looking at the device, it's fucking flat. It's flat. I don't like this. Even though it has the bumps. This is an Xbox controller. It fits well in my hands. That right there doesn't even have the Xbox controller feel for it. So it's going to feel off, or it's going to feel too small. I don't want that. I want to feel like I can hold it. It feels good. I don't trust this. I don't care if it has something like this, because I don't know how it will feel, and I may not like it. And if I don't like it, like the bumps and stuff like that, then I probably might want to return it. Then I gotta go buy another system and see if that can work. If Xbox is putting out devices that already has the controller like this already built in, I'm gonna love it. You don't see me running out there buying the Switch 2. Why would I buy the Switch 2 when that shit is flat? I'm not gonna play it every day. I don't like it. It's too uncomfortable. It's not for me. Jesus fucking Christ.
Hazardor is absolutely 100% correct. Right now, the 2TB Series X is $799. This is setting a bad precedent, the fact that gamers and many others are just rolling over and providing these costs and saying, you know what, we'll buy it anyways. We saw those prices skyrocket during 2020 when everybody was locked inside and people were scalping all these devices, paying thousands of dollars. We see this exact same thing happen over and over again. They wouldn't raise the price if they knew you weren't going to pay it. And many people are, in fact, just going to pay it because entertainment is a commodity that is rare to come from these days, and people having fun is also a rare commodity. The problem is these gaming companies are taking way too much advantage of you as a consumer and charging $1,000 for a handheld and then another $50 more from the other handhelds in the market. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
There's plenty of choices you can pick. If you don't want this and you want that, go and buy it. If you really want this, is here, is available, go pick it up and get it. This is not rocket science. Xbox has already told you and made it clear. You can play on any fucking device. There's plenty of devices you can play on. You can buy a TV. You can buy this for $700. If you can't afford it, right? If you can't afford that, there's plenty of devices that's on sale. Look at this. This is on clearance. This used to cost $900 or something dollars. It's on clearance. Core i5. And then you got an RTX 3050. 120 gigabytes. It's on clearance. It's like $280. That's a steal. That's a good deal. Go pick it up and play it. That's fine. There's plenty of devices on here if you want. There's this device right here. If you want to pick this up, you can still play games on this. You can still play any of these games on these laptops for $400. You can get some even for a steal. This is a laptop for 400 right here. This is the same cost as a fucking Steam Deck. The original price of a Steam Deck. You can get this, a handheld device, if you want to travel, you take it on the go. Or if you want a little bit of oomph, then you could pick this up right here. Literally, look at this. This is better than the Steam Deck. This is better than the Steam Deck. This is 1080p, full HD. You're getting 16 gigabytes of RAM. You're getting a Ryzen 7. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? And you're getting, so like you got a gaming PC right here, right now. So if you want to pick this up, you can pick this up, and this is $400. This is going to perform a lot better than that fucking Steam Deck, and you're getting a better resolution. But like I said, you have so many choices. What the fuck? Nobody ain't putting a gun to your head like you have to go out there and buy it. It's just like this. I told this in my last video. Nobody ain't putting a gun to your head like you have to buy the Series X and S model. If you don't want to buy it, you don't have to. If you think PlayStation is also as bad, you don't have to either. You can get a laptop. You can get this. Like, there's so many options. You can pick and choose where do you want to play at and what you want to do. Like this laptop, you can connect it to a TV and you can close the lid down. You don't have to have the lid open. You can close it down, get the Bluetooth controller, and you can play games sitting on the couch. Laptop plugged in and charging, and you can play it on your TV screen. You can do the same thing for the Steam Deck. You could do the same thing for any of these fucking devices right here. You got options. Just pick and choose what you want to do. I'm picking the white one. I don't need the black one. I already have a powerful PC. I'm good. I don't need I don't need another powerful device or some wannabe powerful device. I just want a handheld that it feels comfortable to hold in my hands. And if the Xbox ROG Ally has the same type of controller, how it feels to hold in my hands, then I'm going to go for that. I like comfort. I want to feel good. I want to get my money's worth out of it and using it. I don't want to feel like it's uncomfortable or whatever, and then I'm just going to stop using it. And I don't want to use it. Come on, like, are we serious?
Especially when the entire idea of the Xbox brand is to everything be an Xbox, to everything use Game Pass. If you're pricing people out of the actual branded hardware that you're providing for them to buy, then it makes no sense if you're trying to put your service everywhere. The idea should be, hey, we can sell our hardware at a loss or at a cheaper price, and then have more people actually join the service and give us money every single month.
Well, they're not doing that with this right here. They're not selling this device right here at a loss. They're selling this as $1,000 for the whole kit. They haven't even cut any of their prices here. And most of these shits are out of stock. So therefore, somebody is buying the Valve Index VR kits. Like, people are buying it for $1,000. I think even Linus Tech Tip has the Valve Index at home. Like, he brought it for $1,000 and some odd dollars. So these are buying. They're buying. They're not cutting down prices. They're not taking losses. You don't see that. The only price that the Steam is cutting for this is this one. They're not cutting down prices on this one. Where's the price cut for that? Where's the price cut for this? They're not trying to sell this device at a loss. Selling it at a loss will be like, hey, we'll lower down this price to $600. We'll lower this down to $500. And then we'll lower this down to $350. But they being generous, they're putting at $320. You know what they did? They fucking scam you. That's what the fuck they did at launch. They fucking scammed the fuck out of you. That's what they did. Even for $649 at launch, this is how much the storage you have. 512 gigabytes. Then that same price, then they said, oh yeah, we'd be generous. Here's an OLED and stuff. We sorry that we kind of scam you, even though you're just a sucker. And we just, you know, we've been so good, you know, we've been in your good graces for so long. Thank you for all that extra money and stuff that you gave us for this high-end LCD, you know, screen and stuff, is, you know, and we only gave you a measly ass 512 gigabytes for $650. I thank you guys for each and every one of you out there, your Steam customers, that we scammed the fuck out of you and we robbed you. And what we did was, we fixed it later for you. Don't worry. We put out the OLED LED, and I'll tell you what, we'll put the same price, but we'll give you another 500 gigabytes of storage. We'll give you the 1 terabyte. My bad. My bad. My bad. We Gabe Newell apologize. My bad. We're sorry. We're sorry we did that to you. My bad. I promise. I promise. I promise you. We won't ever do that again. We promise. I swear. Promise.
That way, no matter what device
But let's go listen to Alex, what he has to say.
they're on, the most expensive one or the cheapest one, there's a price point for them, and the bracket fits correctly because the highest price is not too high, so people.
Oh, so this right here is not too high? This is not too high. Yeah. This is from at launch. At launch. Yep. Yeah, they didn't pull a highway robbery. I'm just saying they did it at launch, you guys,
People in the middle can buy that one if they want to, and the lowest price is good enough for everybody to be then entry level, so that way everybody is there and the biggest net is cast. That's
wow, everybody's there? I didn't get that same energy for this Valve Index. Where's the biggest net that they cast for this? Oh, where's those entry level points? $500 just for the headset. So wait, $749? Bruh. Bro, like what? I thought that was catching the biggest net ever. Like what the hell? Wait. How come the Meta Quest 3 is only like $500 and it has 2 controllers, a headset, and they also have they also have 500 gigs of storage. What? Wait a minute. Wait, if I get this right here, I get the bundle with the Batman Arkham? And for 500, and I get the controller and everything else? What the hell? Yo, what's going on, man? Shit, wait, they even got the lower end Model 2. I can get the lesser Model 2. Oh shit, look, they got the lesser Model 2. It's only 250 gigs for like $350. That's crazy, man. Well, that's refurbished, but if they had it brand new, it'd be a lot less. Come on, Valve. Come on. Where are they catching the widest net for this device? They definitely ain't doing it for this. They're definitely competing. Oh yeah, they're competing right here. They're competing. They're fucking competing. What the fuck are you talking about, Alex?
the entire point. Now, though, they're basically trying to go to specific spots of fishing and then only using smaller nets to capture the people that have more dollars and cents. That's a joke, by the way.
Yeah, more dollars and cents. Yeah, that's a dad's joke. But yeah, they're definitely going fishing on that mid-tier one. They're definitely here. 650 is right up here, and then their lowest one was $650, so it's right here. So basically Xbox is right in the middle for pricing. That's not bad. It's right in the middle. What the fuck are we complaining about? The only thing is they don't got a high-end stuff for that, but they definitely got a high-end for that VR. Oh, they definitely got a high-end for that VR. Not their handheld devices, but their VR. Oh yeah, they got the high-end one. They definitely do.
It's a dad joke. You'll get it. You'll figure it out. Sense and sense. You got it. Don't worry. You got it.
Yeah. Okay. You don't make no sense. Okay.
You got it. No, you got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Yep.
Okay, bye, Alex. All right. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Thanks, Thanks for this, like, wonderful education about, how Steam is, not scamming us and stuff like that, and didn't scam us at launch. Nah, Steam will never do that, man. Gabe Newell, Valve, those people, they'll never do that to us. Nah, man, they never do that to us. Nah, we're better. Steam is delivering. Steam is actually delivering on the things that they promise, like, for real. They're not scamming us at all, and they're fixing all the little problems, and they're not competing in the mid-tier section. Oh, no. They're all entry level. This is all entry level, you guys. All of these prices right here, they're entry level. Man, they did a wonderful thing. You know what they did? They cut the price for this for 20%. That's good. Get the LCD one. But they didn't cut the prices on these two. Don't worry about that. We turned a blind eye for that. We didn't see that. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Man, this Xbox ROG Ally X, bro, it's bad. It's terrible, bro. Don't worry about this. Don't buy this. It's terrible, you guys. Don't pre-order. It's terrible, man. It's bad. The handheld is bad. Valve, no, they're great. Yeah, no, Valve is great. Yeah, this VR headset costs $1,000. It's you can afford it. Yes, I said before. I know the videos that I said before. $1,000 devices are insane. It should be lower, even though this came out in 2020. But hey, it's still worth your money. It's still worth it. They may slash the prices maybe a little bit, but it's okay. I mean, they didn't went up in price. They didn't went down in price. I mean, some days they do, but they didn't went up, right? So that's a good thing. It's still $1,000, but they didn't went up. Don't worry. Look. These prices are amazing, you guys. They're such amazing prices for these devices. Look at this, $500. That's not bad. You could afford $500, right? I mean, if people could buy the Steam Deck for $550, you could afford this, right? I mean, just ignore the fact that it doesn't come with the controllers. I mean, this right here, man, just ignore it. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Gabe Newell knows what he's doing, man. He's doing right for our customer base. He's doing right. Just don't worry about it. Just ignore it. At $500, you're fine. You're fine, okay? Don't worry about it. Hey, if you're thinking about this, don't get this. It's just a waste of money, okay? It's too expensive. You see how it is? It's like $500. It's crazy. It's crazy. Look. They're offering a measly ass game like this. Batman. Look, man. If you can get the Valve one for this right here, just the headset alone, and all you need to do is just get an Xbox controller. That's it. Get the Valve Index. Get a controller. Don't worry about those little Valve Index controllers, man. Don't worry about that. Just get the headset for $500 and get yourself immersed and just grab yourself a controller and you can play Half-Life Alyx. Huh? Yeah. Don't worry. Steam doesn't do you no wrong. Gabe Newell will never do you wrong, you guys. Trust me, man. Trust me, I'm a good little soldier. I don't follow in line with any of these companies. Nah, man. You saw my last video, right? Look, just listen to what I gotta say.
With this device, that it is consistently awe-inspiring to me. The fact that it does emulation, the fact that it plays AAA current games, the fact that it does all these things and offers you the freedom and at a low price is honestly fantastic. And
It's honestly fantastic. It's amazing, you guys. Low prices, only $3.99. It's only $3.99. It's amazing, you guys. Absolutely amazing launch for them. Like it's so amazing. Just ignore the fact that just ignore this one. 64 gigabytes. Don't worry about it. Just buy it, pick it up, open it up, and just slap in what you want. And yes, it might cost a little bit more for an SSD, for probably like another $50 more. But hey, that's only $450. Come on, man. Like, it's not that bad, right? It ain't that bad. Come on, just ignore that shit. I mean, come on, man. Just don't worry about it, all right? You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, we're Valve. We're here to help you out. That's who we are about. I mean, look, we got a sale right here. Look at this, 20% off for you. Bam, there you go. And look, we upgraded the storage too. Yeah, you know, at launch, we try to do you guys a favor too. We try to keep the prices as low as possible. You know, 64 gigabytes, man, you know, that's during like 2022. That's when the pandemic started coming around. Yeah, we gotta up the price a little bit. You know, just an extra, like, I don't know, maybe $50 more, maybe $80, $60 more or something. But hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Look, we helping you guys. We doing you a favor. Okay? And then look, $530. See, that wasn't bad. $530, but you're getting 256 gigs a byte, you know, at launch. But don't worry, don't get mad. Look, we're doing right now. We're doing you guys a favor right now in 2025. Look, we're giving you $320 LCD, right? And we're bumping up the storage. Oh my god. We're bumping up the storage. Trust me, you guys, the prices, everything is fantastic. It's amazing. Yeah, just ignore that. Don't worry. You know, and just ignore this one too. You know, just, you know, we gave you 512 gigabytes for a high-end LCD screen, right? You know, that was just during the pandemic. You see, you gotta understand us. This was around 2022 at launch, and things was crazy. Pricing was out of control and stuff. You know, we didn't know whether or not we're gonna make it through. But we did you guys a solid. We fixed that. Look, we fixed the problem. Look at this. Only $550. $550. Look at what you was paying before. Now look at it now. Look, we did you guys a solid. We did something better for you. Okay, we have addressed the issue. And look, and I get it. Look right there, OLED display, right? It's really nice. Right? It's really nice. It's got HDR and everything else. But we also fixed that too. We heard you guys. And we gave you a terabyte drive. We gave you 1 terabyte for $649. Yes. You see how generous that Gabe Newell. See how generous that Valve and Gabe Newell, you know, gave you guys. He gave you so much gaming, man. So amazing. Oh man. All right, I'm done with this shit. I'm not dealing with this shit no more. Okay, hey Alex, bye. Hold this L, take that L. And by the way, I'm just letting you know right now, I'm just calling it for what it is. Alex, you're just not funny. Okay? Fertenga for the win. Okay? Shout out to Fertenga. Fertenga and his stream is more funnier than your stream. I'm just letting you know. I'm just saying. Your streams are not funny. They're not even entertaining. They're very boring. That's why I go to Fertenga, because he knows how to entertain people and make people laugh. He actually tells really good jokes. Your jokes are terrible. Okay, I'm just letting you know. Your stream is boring. Your jokes are terrible. I'm just letting you know. You're gonna become like another Jimmy Kimmel. I think it's time to kind of like pull the plug, because this right here is such a L take, and it's not even. It's an L. Like, this is terrible. And the rage bait and stuff like that, it's just not working out. I mean, look at all the wonderful choices we have here. I mean, look at this. Look at all the wonderful choices we have here. We could pick for gaming. Look at all the wonderful choices we have. Look how many choices that we already have. Oh man, man, if only Valve can compete in the retail market. Oh, but yeah, they only compete online. You know, online. You know, like they're not competing out here in the retail market. Yeah, because you know why? Because people is on the go and they're gonna go grab and pick up this device. You know, they don't want to wait a measly ass fucking 3 to 5 business days. What? So then what? So then I gotta pay shipping and handling? Come on, man. Like, look, man, I can just go out to the store and just pick it up and take it on the go with me and play around with it and have a good time with it, you know. Retail stores, it's easy. Just pop in my car and just drive down the street. It's just that simple. But anyway, I'm gonna call this a wrap. I'm done. I gave you my thoughts and my opinions on it, and basically reacted to Alex's take on the Xbox ROG Ally being $1,000. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Like, it's just another day at the office, man. If you know you can't afford it, don't buy it. If you already got this Steam Deck, just enjoy your Steam Deck. Hold on to it. Enjoy yourself. This has nothing to do with you. It's no concern. Okay? And that's all it is to it. So, again, hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. Make sure you like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Subscribing to my channel. Yeah, I put some new artwork right here. I'm gonna redo this one. Got some videos coming up. I'm working on another little secret project on this. So we're gonna see that being changed for next year coming up. This is going to change. I haven't been working on this. I've been doing a whole bunch of other stuff, everything. So yeah, don't worry. You know, videos will still be on the way. I'll still be dropping it. So just hang tight, be patient. It's on the way. So again, I really do appreciate it. Make sure you like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comment section down below, are you getting the Xbox ROG Ally X, or are you getting the regular version, the white version? You already know me. I'm getting the white version, okay? I don't have a Steam Deck. I don't have a handheld. So this is going to be my first attempt into getting a handheld. And what better way than getting a handheld that actually has the Xbox controller, that I can actually hold it in my hands, that actually feels comfortable, you know, rather than getting the Steam Deck, which it feels very uncomfortable. Okay, I tried it one time at a demo place. I didn't like it. I don't like how it feels. It's flat. It doesn't feel comfortable. I wanna hold my device in my hands. Okay, that's what I want. But until next time, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Later.